So, they're finally providing value for your money. That's what I took away from that recent announcement about the schedule. For those that didn't catch my video on it, it's roughly 10 fights over the course of 3 months from just one promoter. Bear in mind that there's also Golden Boy, there's also Queensbury on the platform. There are other fights happening all in between now and January. And just with Matchroom alone, you're getting about 10 shows. You're getting about 10 of them. So that's good. I mean, that's very good. That's essentially what you want. You know that if you want to watch boxing, you ain't got to break the bank to watch boxing. Michael, what it do? Luisito, que lo que? So that's good. I like a lot of those cards. I think the very best card that they announced is the Navarrete versus Sugar Nunez card. That's the one that's a really good one. That's a unification match. It's two pressure fighters, so ain't gonna be no long spells of nobody throwing punches. Bloom, what it do? We out here, bro. Getting ready for tomorrow, drinking this disgusting protein shake. I really don't like drinking these joints, man. I really don't. But it's like you kind of have to, because I just can't squeeze in but so many meals. You know what I mean? To get that extra protein, you got to drink this gross ass shit. But I'll be having to force myself to drink these shits. Boxing, what it do? Country, what it do? Wayne, what it do? Brandon, what it do? Now that Canelo lost, the Canelo haters is having a field day. That Joe Calzaghe shit bugged me out. Like, I got another video incoming all about that shit. That shit bugged me out. And you really got people co-signing that shit. Like, I'm sorry, homie, but real is real, Joe. Your biggest wins is a bunch of old guys. Your biggest wins is a bunch of two old guys. And he got the win over Jeff Lacey. Granted, that was a solid win, but that win ain't no more solid than Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, or Billy Joe. It ain't no more solid than that. Jeff was IBF champion. Caleb was IBF champion. Billy was WBO champion. Callum was WBA champion. What we doing? Yeah, Joe is bargaining, bro. He's wilding. That dude is bargaining. But it be like that. Like I already said, I seen what it was. I said what it was, that the moment Canelo went to that division, you started seeing certain people taking shots. They all liked him before that till he went to that division. They all liked him before that. Now we got Rafael Espinosa. Tomorrow, we got Rafael. He gonna beat the shit out of Arnold Kaga. We gonna watch that. And yes, I'm gonna buy the Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Not a bad looking card. Richard Riakporhe on there. Adam Azim on there. He fighting Scooby Dooby Doo. Kurt Scooby Dooby Doo. Jack Tuna Casserole is fighting Echo Esuman, who successfully retired Josh Taylor. In case y'all forgot, that was Echo Esuman that ended Josh Taylor's career, ended his big comeback before it even started. What a pity. Man, I really don't fucking like these protein shakes, man. But you gotta drink them, Gotta drink them. I'd be sore if I don't drink these shits. That's another part of the reason I drink them. Like, if you ain't getting enough protein to heal you up on rest days, you gonna be sore than a motherfucker. So I drink that nasty shit. Nasty shit. The Zone offered me a free month. You know that they offered me that shit too. And I'm like, free month, Brody. I got the annual. Fuck you mean free month? I got the annual.
What's up, Jules?
Ain't shit, man. We out here.
Man, my fucking power just went out on me, came back on, and now my computer won't fucking kick on.
Talking about Frisco? Is it outage in Frisco? Or it's
Second,
just where you at?
where I'm at, Sacramento, man.
Oh, I don't know why I keep thinking you in Frisco, man.
Well, I'm from there, but I'm not there anymore.
When'd you move?
2004.
Why'd you move?
Expense, a lot of shit going on. My mom just passed away not
Oh,
that
I'm sorry
long.
about that. Sorry about that.
It was a lot of shit, you know.
How do you like Sacramento over Frisco? Do you like one more than the other?
Well, I like San Francisco the way it was before. I mean, it's okay now, but it's not. It was better before. I hated Sac back in the day when I first came here, and then I left, and I came back again a number of years ago, and now it's not so bad. So, but before, for whatever reason, I hated it.
Yeah,
I don't
Sacramento
know.
was nice when Bob Saget was over there. Danny Tanner. Whatever happened to the litabilities? The
It's just
milkman,
the
the
problem is
paperboy,
I'm just not
reading up
used to the
TV.
heat. I'm not used to the heat in Sacramento, you know.
You miss your old familiar friends waiting just around the bend. Ah, man, they don't make
What the
sitcom music.
fuck?
You don't know where that's from, country. That's Full House, bro.
No, I know what Full House is. I'm tripping because I think my computer might be fried. It won't turn on.
Just mash that shit for 15 seconds, country, because sometimes Mons does that shit. If it cuts off suddenly, I gotta mash the power button for like 15 seconds, bro. Brand new fucking computer, country. Not even nothing saved on it, because I don't save shit to this computer. I'll save shit to it. Miss your old familiar friends.
Yeah,
waiting just around the bend, Garb.
I want to see how Cadwell looks with Bosie under Bosie's tutelage now. You know.
There we go.
That's gonna be interesting tomorrow because Jack got some tools, man. It's just like it don't come together. Is the thing with him? Like he got tools. He's a good fighter, good counters, decent power. Like he ain't pillow fisted. Like he'll knock you down if you let him. You know, but it just don't come together with him. So we'll see if Bosie can make the difference because my shit is motherfucking. I think it's often overstated the role of the trainer. You know, like yeah, the trainer can help, but a lot of it is on to the fighter to apply what they're learning. And I say that because of Derek James. I say that because of Eddie Reynoso. You remember Eddie Reynoso was the flavor of the month for a minute. He had Oscar Valdez. He had Frankie Sanchez. He had Andy Ruiz. He had all these motherfuckers. He had Ryan Garcia. And you know, I mean, a lot of that shit ain't pan out. A lot of that shit, ain't pan out. You know? I feel like it's kind of like that. And it was kind of like that with Derek that, well, yeah, it's cool. You had Spence. And I think he had Charlo for a minute, right? He had Charlo. He had Ryan. I don't know if he got Ryan now. I don't know who's training Ryan. Ryan shouldn't even train for fights. He should just drink a. He should just drink a 6-pack of Corona and go crazy, bro. He shouldn't even train for fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for Joey, man, with that Yola shit, man. Damn, Joe.
What you talking about?
About Joseph. Joseph. I feel bad for Joseph, you know.
Oh, you talking about Joe? Oh, Joe. Yo, I don't think
Joseph.
Yo, I'm gonna be real there. I don't think he sniffed that coke, bro. I do not. I don't see. Joe don't like I don't see that dude sniffing no blow. I just don't see I don't see it. If it was somebody else, I could see not that dude. I don't see it.
It's possible, Jules, man. You can't.
You don't think it's you right. Like I'm not going to dismiss the possibility, but I just feel like somebody fucking with him, man. I do. I feel like they fucking with him. I feel like they've been fucking with him ever since he won that Wilder fight.
Yeah, he fucked somebody plans up.
That I honestly believe that. Like they didn't put him in that fight so he could win. They thought Wilder was gonna knock his fucking block off, then they could do the AJ fight. I think they've been mad at that dude ever since.
Yeah,
He
that
beat
dude was
Wilder.
cold.
Look at who they gave him. He beat Wilder so they could put him in there with Zhang. And then when Zhang ain't work, they tried to put him in there with Daniel. And then when Daniel ain't work, they tried to put him with Bacoli. Like, bro, y'all low key trying to get this dude beat
Yeah,
up.
like
Y'all low key trying to get this dude beat up. So I see this shit and I'm like, do I think this dude like yeah, he could be a cokehead. He could be a high functioning cokehead. It's a lot of those.
Man, he's been hanging around Fury too long and picked up a bad habit. That's all.
It could be that simple, country. It could be. But
Yeah.
y'all don't think it's wild that so what this dude was fucking treating his nose the week of the fight.
That's so not like him, though. You know what I mean?
I'm just like y'all don't think it's
like I know the guy or something. I don't, but
no,
I mean, he just.
I don't know the dude neither, but you don't think it's kind of odd that the week of the fight because of the time frame that since it came out in the piss, it got a half life of what 2 days in the piss, something like that.
2 to 3 days.
Yep.
2 to 3 days in the piss. So it's like so hold up, you telling me that 3-4 days before the fight, 3-4 days before the fight, you was bugging out? I need a hit.
Hank talking about sniffing it out of Fury's ass crack.
Price sniffed it off his dick, bro.
That's bad, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, and if you're flushing, you can get it out your system faster than that. If you're flushing it,
but that's what I'm saying. That the dude could have been sniffing coke, yeah, that's possible. But that the dude could have been sniffing coke the week of the fight, of the fight, like
well,
I don't know.
They said David Benavidez been in the gym sniffing coke before he do 18 rounds with 3 heavyweights.
My dude, you know why I could believe that? You know why I could believe that? Because have you seen David? Have you seen that dude? It's a video on Twitter right now. He bugging out like he look like he ain't slept in 3 days.
Eyes wide open, his face looking pale. He's starting to get those craters in his face around the temple area. There's something strange about David right now.
Like David Benavidez sniffing coke in camp, right? You know why that don't surprise me? Because I see the signs. Like we've been seeing the signs on him, but Joseph. Nah, he don't. I mean, like I don't know if he could hide it real. Maybe he hide it really well. I guess.
Yeah, he seems like a
he's about Billy the chat.
Blowsif Parker. Yeah, yo. Blowsif Parker. It's like I said. If you told me a motherfucker sniff coke, that's one thing. But you tell me a motherfucker got to fight. He gonna fight that weekend. And he on the slopes. Well, yeah, that's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
It might make you more alert with your eyes wide open. You can see everything coming at you.
Something that Chase said in the chat. He said, "Imagine having to fight a coked up Samoan."
Oh no!
Yeah. They're already difficult as it is to fight when they're normal. You know,
like I said, you know what I think? He hang around a lot of motherfuckers, man. He hang, because he do pal around with Fury. But I'm thinking, like, what did y'all get some prostitutes and you was making out with It's hard to believe, is all I'm saying. Like, it's a little hard that you sniff coke when you don't be doing nothing. That's one thing. You sniffing coke the week of the fight? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, nah, they're gonna test you after the fight.
I figured it'd be out of me in 3 days.
Was he really? Chase says he was linked to an international drug operation.
Yeah, he was. He was selling coke and they ain't do nothing to him. He was selling coke and they ain't do nothing to him.
But Parker, he battled alcoholism early in his career, didn't he?
I mean,
from what I hear.
I don't know if he was I don't know if he was an alcoholic. You feel me? I don't know, but it's just I could usually spot a cokehead though. Like I don't see that on him. Like I could be wrong.
He doesn't.
But I don't see that on him. Like
because Tim Bradley said he was battling alcoholism a few years ago, and then like alcohol is a gateway to say fuck it, give me that other shit. So if he dealt with
harder shit, yo.
Yeah, alcohol will make you say, fuck it, I try it. So if he dealt
No,
with
and hanging
alcohol,
out. No, and that's the other side of the argument that he do be running around with Fury, and Fury, that motherfucker he in the Alps, bro. He in the that dude is
How about
he is
yodeling?
out there, bro. For real, he yodeling out there, bro. Like so, it's possible, but I just what bugs me out is, are you really that callous and cavalier to be on that booger sugar the week of the fight? That's crazy, bro.
Jules knows all about that snowman.
He out there, Frosty the Snowman.
Shooting ice storms and shit.
Joe fucked best friend. You know what I'm saying? Joe fucked it up because I said it in the video I did. All the money right now is in the UK for a heavyweight. All the money is in the UK. You fuck that up. You gonna be fighting some. I'm saying you're gonna be fighting Samoans or something in Australia because that's where all the bread at. David Adilier, everybody over there. That's where the bread at. Why you think Jarrell Miller over there?
Is he really suspended for 2 years though?
No, that's what they might give him. That's what they might give him if he can't come up with an explanation.
He's done, man.
Yo, Jules, but I saw something that said that supposedly he had a test the day before the fight, and they said that shit was clean.
Yo, check it out. The shit is the BBBOC don't fuck around. If you don't really got an explanation, they won't hesitate to throw 2 years at you. But the reason he's not done, country, is you keep forgetting how young this guy is. He's not an old heavyweight. He's in his early 30s. He's
about to be 34, though, Jules. So he's going to hit his mid-30s.
So he can't go to Australia and fight some bums? He can't go to the IBA and fight some bums?
But don't you get a worldwide suspension from the BBOC?
Hell no. Yo, dog, just remember, Ignacio. Jaime Munguia got popped by who? The BBBOC. What they did to him? Not a motherfucking thing. See, if he was a Brit and he gonna be in Britain, yeah, you fucked. You really fucked. But Joe could go to Texas and get a fight in 6 months.
Oh, so as long as you're not a British national, then that shit don't really hurt you no matter what.
You think if Joseph found a heavyweight in Mexico to fight, he can't get a fight? You see what I mean?
No, he could probably get a fight, yeah.
He get a fight, like he'll get a fucking fight.
Yo, but the thing is, if that shit doesn't affect him, why can't he just go to fucking Riyadh season and fight motherfuckers there?
Oh, because the BBBOC is the commission that presides over all of that. It's the same commission, like.
Okay, got it.
He can't do that because they gonna be like, we banned you already, bro. What you doing over here? Wow. He got to go to Australia and fight kangaroos, bro.
Fuck it.
About why you think I call him Yeti?
Fight Caballel in Germany then.
Oh my.
Well, I don't know because that's still in Europe. I don't know how they would feel about that, but I know that if he leave the continent, is what I'm saying. That let's say they hit you with the 2-year ban, Brody. I'm pretty sure you could still box in Australia. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure you could still box in New Zealand. They're not gonna give a fuck. I'm pretty sure. But UK, yeah, you out of there. The downside is though that is where a lot of the money at. Like if you a heavyweight and you trying to get paid, you gotta fuck with them Brits. Ain't no money in America for you, Ain't no money over here.
I mean, he can always try to entice motherfuckers to go down to Australia to fight him.
I was gonna say that too, that he could go to Tasman or he could go to No Limit because his name got value. Joseph Parker's name ring bells now. Like he is a somebody, and he could fuck with them and fight some local bums for 2 years on pay-per-view because everything is a pay-per-view down there, bro. Michael Zarafa's on pay-per-view down there. Bro,
yeah, but their pay-per-view is like the British shit. It's only like $20.
Saying I'm Big Joe Parker. I sell blow. Let's go. I'm Big Joe Parker. You know what I'm saying? It's party time. If it's me, I'm gonna ham the shit up. I'm gonna do my fight card gonna have snowmen all over it, bro. Like, hey, if I gotta be this, then I'm this, bro. I'll be that. It's gonna be snowman. I'll be that. So my name must be he ain't shit. Cause every time I pass by, bitches be like, he ain't shit. I'll be that. And I'm gonna have snowmen on the card. Man, Santa Claus. I'm Big Joe Blow. Let's go. That's gonna be my new shit. I'm Big Joe.
Motherfucker's gonna come out to that song Black Betty.
Nah, motherfucker gonna come out the Frosty, the Snowman. You know what I mean? Shit. If you gonna be the bad guy, be all the way the bad guy. Ham that shit up. Like, yeah, I'm Big Joe Blow, baby. It's time to party. You want to sniff coke off my dick? Shit is wild, but hey, man, that's fucked up. Something tell me that somebody's setting them up, though. Something really tell me that.
I don't know, man.
The way they've been matching that dude, dog, like, come on. How y'all put, first it was Wilder. We know y'all ain't put him in there to win that because y'all was trying to do Wilder AJ. So we know y'all ain't put him in there to win that. And he won. Next thing y'all got him fighting Big China. Like,
exactly.
You don't match nobody with Big China because you like him. You match motherfuckers with Big China when you don't like their ass.
Yeah,
and he beat him.
Trying to put him on that.
So Turkey and fucking old fish eyes are perpetrating, Jules?
I think so. Go ahead, Herb.
They're trying to put him on that China White. Yeah, but did Parker look a little puffy at this last fight with Wardley?
He gained weight. He gained weight though. He put on weight for the fight, like 20 pounds.
Now, Tyson Fury too, fat nasty guy shit. Now, see me knowing cokeheads and shit, right? Like a cokehead abuse coke for maybe 2 days straight, and then when it's done, they'll eat to make up for those 2 days, and they end up overeating and end up putting on a lot of weight. Because if you hear Mike Tyson told Ellen, ain't nothing like a fat cokehead because they're greedy, and then they're greedy for coke, and then they're greedy for food when the coke is done. So that's usually how it goes. I said, how did this weight? Because I know cokeheads now. Please believe. And
No.
And so, I'm saying if his weight was
I never thought of that. I thought that the weight that he put on was just like, oh, you trying to punch a little harder or whatever. But now that you mention it,
you don't want to put weight for a guy like Wardley that's fast. You don't want to do that.
Because he probably trying to get him out of there. I figured, because remember, they said it that, Joe came in like, what they said, 260 something, right? 260 something, 270 something. He was heavier for this fight than the fights before. I'm thinking, oh, he trying to really put some weight behind his punches.
He
was 262 for this one, I think.
Yeah, like and he don't normally be at that. So I'm like, oh, he probably trying to put some weight behind the punches.
Thing is, Jules, when he fought Bacoli, he wasn't that much heavier from that fight to this one. He only added a few more pounds. So it's not like it was a crazy drastic weight gain. He was only like, for the Bacoli fight, I think he came in at like 256.
He just don't. I'ma just say, I don't see that on him. I don't know, like I don't know, like look, a lot of I knew bitches sniff coke. I was surprised they sniff coke. Like I never would have thought that about that.
If Joseph married with children,
he
got like 3 kids.
Like 3 kids.
He's a ladies' man. This could be a possibility that's into his circle, man. But
and he's kind of like goofy in the sense he's goofy in like a way that is wholesome. You understand me? That he lip sync and he do music and he just don't strike me as a cokehead. But then again, he don't strike me as a drug dealer neither. And he was moving bricks, so I could be bugging. He literally was. So
Fury's been a bad influence on him, man. For real.
He might, you know what? He might be a dickhead. Like he might be a dickhead. Like he'll do some dumb shit just because of motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like he might be a dickhead. Hey, sniff coke off my titties. So I'm Joseph Parker. He might be a dickhead.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you do remember that old Danny boy is associated with Fury, so maybe that's who is fucking his dealer.
Bro, like listen. None of us need to be Stabler or Benson to know who he was moving bricks for, bro. You understand? Like Joseph was the same connection you made. Like, bro, those was Danny's bricks. And how you be? It wasn't even no case. You understand? Like, he didn't go to court or nothing. They found the bricks and let him walk. Is what I read. Like, they ain't do nothing to him. How does that happen? You got some
Yeah,
good
nothing to
friends.
see here. Nothing to see here. Move along.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers having pillow fights with bricks of coke.
Hey, Jules, you remember Chinese Connection Bruce Lee when he was fighting this white man in the backyard, the bow tie and suspenders on, big white guy with curly afro?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was Bruce Lee's pill and coke dealer. If you didn't know,
Yo, check it out. I heard that the real mystery of Bruce is that they trying to protect his image. That motherfucker died because he's on wild coke, is what I heard.
and pills.
Yeah. It was something like an aneurysm or something like that. That like, yo, Bruce was a real healthy dude. So when he started using drugs in Hollywood, just like what they say about boxers, Herb, that boxer get more drunk than a regular cat. They get more drunk than a regular cat because they so healthy and shit, always cutting weight and
Yeah,
all of that. And with Bruce, I remember hearing a couple of years ago that with him, that dude was in such good shape that when he started sniffing coke and bugging out in Hollywood, it hit him mad hard. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, dog. Cause all this mystery China secret shit, it's like,
yeah.
but you know where that come from? Cause motherfucker shot his son. So it's like, yeah, it might be some. I don't know. I don't know. They did shoot his son. I'm saying that's
The
random little.
triads got Brandon Lee, Jules.
The triangle theories got that motherfucker, bro. He taught a white bitch a Wing Chun, and they got that. You know that because that's the story they gave. That because he brought martial arts to the West, motherfuckers ain't like that. And I'm like, that sounds a little bit over dramatic.
Well, also that, and also he went against like traditional teachings. They didn't like that either.
Country, you was there in LA. Were you there on the West Coast, I should say, for the emergence of all them dojos? Because somebody said that was like, no, that was like a real thing. Like on the West Coast, all these karate studios just started popping up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's always been Jules. Having been out here myself my whole life, all through and I'm sure Country can attest to it. In the '80s, it was all karate and taekwondo and all that shit, and then in the '90s is when you started to see the jujitsu and then the MMA
Kickboxing.
gyms and kickboxing.
Wow. We didn't have a lot of karate studios in Harlem. And really, if I seen a karate studio in Harlem, I ain't gonna go to that shit, man.
Nah, it
Fuck
was
out.
normally boxing gyms.
Yeah, they had one of
It was only one boxing gym that I knew of, and it wasn't in Harlem. It was in it's all Harlem, but it was in Spanish Harlem. It was in La Marqueta.
Uh-huh.
There was a boxing gym over there, but on the west side of Harlem, if there was a boxing gym, I didn't see it. If there was one, I didn't see it.
You gotta go to
And
Yo,
Times.
I just gotta say, bro, if you're moving too much weight, it's most likely you're gonna test positive for cocaine, bro.
Yeah, you just like when I used to say
oh,
something. Yeah, I, I almost got caught at parole because I used to bag it up with no rubber gloves on. They test me. The line it'd be three lines: one for heroin, one for weed, one for coke. And then the coke line will it'll almost show up, be really visible, but it doesn't show up as a color. But you can tell it's something there. So you get that shit in your system by just touching it and being around it and. So I don't know.
so Joe Price still a drug mule? Like they putting bags of coke in his boy ID, and he's
In his poop shoot, yeah, man, you gotta smuggle them drugs, man,
Yeah,
somehow.
what the fuck?
that's fuck. Like I said, man. Hey, they gonna make that go away. Like I don't really think it's gonna be a bit. Like they gonna make that go away. Danny K.
Bro, he's legit Joe Blow.
Because what I think is, I saw an article the other day about Danny K about 2 days ago, and how that he's still in Dubai, living lavish, living it up. And I've maintained that Danny never really left. It's a lot of little new shit on the side that you wonder, what is the revenue stream for this, right? What is the revenue like? How is y'all making money? Because you don't got a TV deal, and that's where the money normally come from. How y'all paying for this? And then you look at the IBA. Where is the IBA doing shows now? Dubai. Who's in Dubai? Danny K. Like, come on. And Danny K fuck with the what? The boxing. I'm like, come on, dog. They said, check it out. Our tour better be people said. the IBA offered them more money for the Bivol fight than Turkey. That's what they said.
Mhm.
Now you tell me who got that kind of fucking money.
Pro box.
You
Plenty,
gotta be
plenty of
honest.
bricks.
You
Plenty of
gotta know
bricks
the
floating in
skill.
the Atlantic Ocean, Jules.
For real. Shit is crazy. Shout out to Mr. T. Country was there when they put up the pyramids. He was there at Cobra Kai, bro, with Master Creasy and all them. He was there, bro. Shout out to
That's right.
Cobra Kai, bro.
Country
Shout
was
out
sweep the leg.
to sweeping the leg. No mercy, yo. No fucking mercy, country. What the fuck? And yeah, yo, it's fucked up. It's fucked up for Big Joe. But I suspect that even if they do hit him with that ban, don't be surprised if your boy end up on an IBA show in Dubai, baby. Out there in Dubai with Danny
Yeah,
K.
because they have a different laws than the other commissions. Because like, look at the Kateyev situation, bro. Nobody give a fuck that he tested positive over there, and nobody checking for them.
And the other shit is, you know what caught me is that Morrell ain't give a fuck about that shit. At any point when that news came out, did you see David Morrell giving a fuck? No. And you know why?
Mm-mm.
Because David Morrell using shit too. All the,
Of course,
that's
they're
why
all
I
on it.
can't. That's why I can't get pressed about like, bro, David Morrell. If it comes out, yo, this motherfucker pop hot for some shit, and you gonna fight him anyway, Brody. If you ain't worried about it, then why should I? You the one gonna fight him. I'm just gonna watch. If you ain't worried about it, I ain't worried about it. Like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Now we got motherfucking Connor Ben. We need to get the picks in, the final predictions, the final picks. I'ma start. I like to live dangerous. Well, I don't actually like to live dangerously. But
Yeah, you do. You eat a pound of bacon every day.
yeah, but I work that motherfucker off. Work that motherfucker off. I'ma
yeah,
go with
gotta clear them
Connor.
arteries, man.
I'm gonna go with Connor. I'm going with Connor. I think he gonna pull it off, and it ain't gonna be no special shit. I just think he gonna crack him real fucking hard and get him out of there. That's what that. I'm gonna go with Connor Ben. At first
Okay,
I was leaning towards Chris because you know Bo Mack and because he won the first one, and it's all love. But I'm like, Brody, you in your mid-30s doing that same shit to your body, bro. Boiling down to
right.
160 when your body is screaming at you. Move up. You keep doing it for the bag. Yeah, I got Connor. Go ahead, Virtuoso.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did the weigh-in influence your decision to pick Connor?
No, what influenced my decision is that Chris Eubank Sr. all throughout has been complaining about the weight. Even though Chris hasn't been anywhere else in years. Like Chris has been campaigning as a middleweight for at least 3-4 years now. Remember after Groves beat him, he moved back down. And he's been there ever since. When he fought Liam Smith, all these people that he fought, it was at
Right.
middleweight. So why the fuck does his daddy keep bitching about that? It gotta be because, well, you seeing what's going on with him. Like, look at what he gotta do to get there. Brody, you gotta move, and you still don't want to do it. So I'm like, nah, tomorrow I got kind of been. I got kind of been. And then we gonna get a trilogy out this motherfucker.
Yeah, it
Well,
should kind of
Jules,
win. Yeah,
I saw some where Ben said that even if he was to win, he doesn't think that there's going to be a third fight
Why not?
because there's been reports. I saw something earlier today that I don't know for sure, but whoever reported it was claiming that they're paying Eubank $13 million for this rematch, and that he's thinking about walking away, win or lose.
What, retiring? You mean?
Yeah, retiring.
Yeah, but he didn't. You see what he said this morning? That he planned on fighting on. He got big plans. That's what I seen this morning. That he plans on to keep fighting. Chris is greedy, bro. And right now his name is worth more than it ever was. He not going nowhere, bro. He not going
But
nowhere.
honestly, though, if he's gonna start getting like massive paydays, unless Turkey literally finances the rest of his fucking career, he ain't gonna be able to fight anybody he
Well, hold
wants
on,
and
hold
get
on,
those
hold on.
paydays.
Wait. Hold on. The shit is with him. This was a big fight without Turkey, bro. You know? that let's say Turkey didn't have no involvement, because we know he's involved now, but let's say he didn't have no involvement. Right now, if Chris won tomorrow, his name is worth bread, bro. He could go fight Denzel Bentley. He could go fight Hamza Shiraz. He go fight whatever. Like, yeah, his name is worth more now than it ever was. He don't really need the turkey bag at this point. Long as he in the UK, he could get fights and he could get money. Oh yes. Oh yes.
You can draw.
Yeah. Shout out to motherfucking shout out to Night Vale. I think Eubank Jr. will win, but he seems distracted by the Hearn lawsuit. Eddie rattles him. I don't think he's gonna win tomorrow. Like, it's not even a root and interest thing. I just got a feeling like, and I heard it's a surge of late money coming in for Conor. Did y'all see that with the bookies?
No.
Late
No.
money's coming. There's some late money coming in for Conor. I guess everybody feeling what I'm feeling. Like, yeah, I think tomorrow's gonna be his night. And the reason I would say, in the event that Conor wins, there will be a trilogy, is because that's still the safest fight for Chris. Safest fight that pays the most. Like, yeah, it's other motherfuckers to fight, but they ain't welterweights that moved up is the shit. You know,
Well,
you
not
could have
only
got money.
that, but he's also got to milk that as much as he can, because after that, who is there really that he's really going to fight?
Country, I just said that. Country, I just said that.
You think he makes money fighting Denzel Bentley, Jules?
Yeah, yes. If you did it in London, see, hear me out. You're not gonna make the same money you making with Conor. Not the same money, but could he make a couple mil doing that? Oh yes, absolutely. That's like if you did that in London. Let's say you did that in London. Chris Eubank versus Denzel Bentley at the O2 Arena. They sell that out. That sells out easy, and he'll get a couple M's for that. I'm talking about like 5 or 6. Like, yeah, you get Chris 5 or 6 M's for that. You absolutely
So then
could.
Denzel Bentley, Lyndon Arthur, Liam Cameron, fucking Willie Hutchinson,
Nah, not
Joshua
all them.
Watsy.
Bro,
Is that what he's gonna be doing?
Bro, you talking about like heavyweights now? Like, yeah, that's a different gravy, homie. That's a different grade. Like, he ain't gonna go up there fucking with them big boys at 75 now.
But
He
then
ain't
if he's
fucking
gonna go on
retarded.
the All Brit tour, I mean,
No, he gonna
who the
fight.
fuck?
Listen, he gonna look. He could fight Denzel Bentley, right? Bang. You fight Denzel, that's 160. Then you go back up to 68. You could fight Hamza. That's another big old bag. Yeah, that's a big old bag. You get a big old bag for that. You probably gonna get knocked the fuck out. Quite high key, like, yeah. Hamza knock your ass out, boy. You get a bag. You will
Chris
get a
gonna
bag.
end up like Berlanga.
You know what I'm saying, yo, Berlanga about to fight. Who is it they saying Berlanga about to fight? Resendiz.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yo, Resendiz is gonna rape that dude.
Huh.
Resendiz is gonna beat the shit out of him. Like, if he do that for real, yeah, Resendiz is gonna fuck you up, bro.
Oh, hell
He is
yeah.
gonna beat your ass.
Berlanga would have been better off fighting Gabe Rosado.
He should have. Like, I don't know why he keep running from that Puerto Rican. Like, man, you better fight that dude, man. Like, you fucking with that Mexican, he is gonna beat your ass. But he out of options,
Yeah.
Ignacio. He is out of options. Though. Like, you.
Well, yeah, we all knew that once he got
He's
his
only
ass
got
kicked
two.
by Hamza.
Who you got winning Mobili Munguia, Ignacio? Don't stay on fucking code with me. I want a real motherfucking answer.
What the fuck? Just because undefeated? Just because undefeated does it? You
Stay on code with
motherfucker.
me, bro. I want a real answer. Do you trust?
Nah, I mean, I'm
Munguia?
not feeling the fact that Jaime went to fucking Reynoso. He should have just stayed with fucking Freddie Roach, because
I
that
get that.
style change is not suited for a guy like him. Freddie was just accentuating what he did well, and you saw it. And then
Yeah,
all
and
of
it
a
was
sudden he
working.
decided to go somebody else. Like, what the fuck?
And it
So
was
yeah,
working as the
honestly,
shit.
the only thing I could see him and Billy winning that fight. The only question is, if Jaime does hurt him, can he take him out? Because nobody's taking him out. They've hurt him, but they haven't taken him out.
Billy got a chin, and the shit is, Mobili is not as. If you think about Jaime's career, because I thought about it the other day. Yo, he had wars at 154. He had wars. He had a war with that Japanese guy. Remember that Japanese guy?
Yeah, what the fuck is his name?
Takeshi
Takuma and
Takeshi
Nui?
Takeshi Nui. Remember he fought
Yeah.
the fucking. Remember he fought Hennis Dogan, the Irish
Oh yeah,
Australian that was.
Um,
the fake Irishman from
with,
Australia.
with the
Bro,
with
I
the
don't know what that
mustache,
dude is, bro.
Sullivan, that kid with the beard, that the mustache that turned up, that turned
You
curled on the
took
side.
what you talking about the dude, the Mr. Clean dude that he got the Soda Popinski mustache?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Spike
hurt.
O'Sullivan.
It's like he hurt motherfucking Mungia too. Hurt him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has had wars at 54, at 60, at 68. That it's like, yeah, you might be you if you ain't shot, you getting there. You definitely getting there, you know? So yeah, I just don't trust him
He got knocked
anymore.
out
I
by a
don't.
dude with 4 knockouts. He's done.
No, and the dude was French. That's how you know? Like you lost to a French guy? Holy shit! Yeah, you out of here, bro. Shout out to Pork Chop, Zendaya, bro. That's you. But look, look. Pork Chop, I fuck with you. You know, like we go way back, me and Pork Chop. You know what I'm saying? We used to work at Amazon warehouse together. Well, you bugging. Yo, Zendaya is a gorgeous little person, kid. I view her as a kid. I view her as a child, to be honest with you. Like you good.
The
for
funny
young
thing is,
people.
they're both the same age, Jules.
Yeah, but because Zendaya ain't got them titties. You ain't got them titties. Like, come on, you think she be sitting around sucking Tom Holland's dick, bro? Like, be real, bro. Like, come on, come on, bro. Right?
You
But
know what?
Sydney, Sydney trying to
If
suck
he's
some
still
dick.
with that bitch, it's because her head game is A1.
No,
Probably.
they in love. Like I think what they got is a beautiful thing. You can see the love on them. They love each other. What are we talking about? They love you, and that's a beautiful thing. But it's like an example of what I'm trying to describe is Ariana Grande. Ariana is a pretty young woman, but for somebody like me, she has no sex appeal at all. I
No,
don't
she
find
looks like a little girl. The bitch is
that's
almost
She's
30
frail.
and she looks
but there's people
like a 14-year-old.
but there's people that like her. This is what I'm saying. There's people that like, oh, she bad. Not to me. I
Huh?
look, not to
Whoever
me.
said that is fucking tripping.
Another example. I'm trying to think of another example is somebody that's really, who's pretty? Mila Kunis is very pretty, right? Very pretty lady, very gorgeous. Sometimes sexy, don't get me wrong, but her body don't do nothing for me. You see what I mean? Hey, you don't got nothing. Like, can you get some cellulite or something? Some stretch marks? Can you get some depot shots? Maybe you get a little bigger, like, cause you don't got nothing. And that's kind of what I feel about Zendaya. Like she's just a gorgeous young lady, and
Yeah,
congratulations, she's
no,
a great looking kid.
she's in
But
another line of cute face, but a twig for a body.
it's not just it's to me. You look too adolescent, is what I'm saying. Like you look young. I don't look at you like that. You look young. You look very young.
Like you just said, Jules, Ariana Grande, like that little bitch looks like she's 14, even though she's almost 30.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She
you
could
gotta
be on the
handle with
school
care
bus
there.
with all. Yeah, like you slam her too hard, you're gonna dislocate. And why the fuck she God, you know what? Let me not say nothing because that girl lost a lot of weight. I hope she not sick. Because every picture I see that girl in now, she look real frail, and that shit's scary. Like I hope
Jules,
she
I
alright.
mean,
right now
she
that you're
was with Mac Miller, and I think that definitely changed her.
They fucking with that Yola.
She fucking with Joe Parker? Joe Parker?
somebody sent her a Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty. You know what I'm
It's a weight
saying?
loss program, huh? I didn't know
Those are
that.
all the
What I'm
things to
saying-
get popped for.
What I'm saying, Pork Chop, you're bugging. Like, yeah, I don't know what planet. That's the logic. Sydney is she bad? Like, Sydney's bad. You bugging.
Jules,
You know who
right now that we're talking about,
Jules, you know who I blame for all these bony bitches? I blame the dietitians or whoever just decided to make carbs a dirty word. Like, oh no, carbs. Oh, you put on weight. Oh no, that's bad.
I'm saying, like, this ain't a Japanese anime where we need the bitches to have sharp ass fucking elbows. That shit is gross. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with that hard ass shit. So I don't know. Hey, different strokes for different folks, Pork Chop, but I don't agree with that sentiment. I do not.
yo, Jules,
Sydney
I was just gonna say a buddy of mine fucking made a joke one time about her. Fucking comedy. He's like, I would date that bitch just so that when I put my dick inside her, that shit would feel huge to her.
Oh my god.
That's kind of why that is, man.
Ew.
That's kind of why they want frail women.
Yo,
That is
Yo,
fucking
Jules, you're kind of
wild.
right about Ariana. Like, he's one gentle
What
back
kind
shot
of
away from hip
insecure
replacement
motherfucker
surgery.
you gotta be to be thinking like that, man? I mean, fuck.
but that's fucking morbid. Like, let me fuck this rail thin ass bitch because my dick is gonna hurt her. Like, yo, relax, bro.
Hey, you know what?
Relax,
Say
bro.
this.
Strange
It
though.
don't sound right.
Sometimes them rail thin skinny bitches can take the biggest dick of them all, dude. For real.
Yeah, they
Skinny
can.
bitches.
Yeah.
Skinny bitches
Well,
got
what's that Piper Perry chick?
that deep pussy, bro. That deep pussy that fucks your credit score up and shit. That deep
Exactly. Let's get be deceiving. Just because she's frail doesn't mean she doesn't have a deep like hole, whatever.
pussy deep like a Maya Angelou poem, bro. Like, you gotta be careful and you get lost in there, bro. Gotta be
Yeah.
careful.
I know, right?
And I'll be back after these commercial messages.
Motherfucker be down there talking about Dr. Livingston, I presume, listening for the echo and shit.
Yo, country.
Yeah, what up?
Yo, what's up with your boy Frank, bro? Like, I was in the BDA like live stream, right? And me and him just had a disagreement over the fucking like Boots and Norman situation. And then like this dude be calling me out my name every time I have a disagreement with him. So
Wait,
I just
who
dropped
is
him a
this?
fucking streamer. What happened?
Who are you talking about?
Frank. Well, I was talking to him about
Frank
the kid. Yeah, Frank Bay, bro. Like every time I have a disagreement with him, this dude turns into an emotional bitch. Like I had the similar problem when me and him was arguing about Virgil. Same guy, by the way, that we was that was calling me out my name because I disagreed with him about. First, I disagreed with him about Bud ducking Virgil, which we know is not true. And then today, like we had a heated discussion about Boots ducking Norman, which we know is not true because it was his promotion, his promoter Eddie that gave him the offer, and he turned it down. So I'm trying to explain to him what a counter offer is, and this guy calling me names and shit. Like, bro, so I dropped him a link on the Discord, and we're gonna see if he shows up, so we can have more of this discussion. You know, make it a little bit interesting here.
Okay.
I'm just surprised
I have
that
no
Virgil
idea. I
Ortiz
haven't-
has any fucking defenders left.
I haven't
Bro,
really-
BDA. Listen, I don't have problems with BDA. He's super cool, man. Like that was one of the first channels I went to. But yo, there be some new panels over there. There be some fucking Virgin Ortiz fucking muff riders, bro. They don't understand what's going on in the business, and they just like ride his dick for whatever reason.
You
Like,
can't. You gotta know when you're talking to a fanboy. Once you know he's a fanboy, you you gotta just cut it right there. You can't
I
debate.
mean, I can't really say. I don't know what's going on with Frank because before he was like a really cool dude, but I don't really know him personally. But I've just talked to him on here. But he hasn't been around
Right.
in a long time.
no, because like I saw him. Look, I've heard him recently here, and he's like he seems gentle, but when he's going on the BDA, oh, he's confident to talk whole lots of shit about people he doesn't even know. So I just sent him a link. You know, let's see if he shows up, and we can continue this discussion without ad hominem attacks, bro. Because he's super wrong on whatever he feels about fucking Virgil Ortiz or Boots Ennis. Like that dude's fucked up in the head.
You gotta be
Okay.
selective. Gotta be selective who you talk, who you chat with nowadays, man. For real.
For real, bro. There be some weirdos, b.
We need.
Well, that's
Yo,
the
I
thing
just-
too. I mean, some people like you talk to them and shit goes south, and you realize I can't talk to this motherfucker no more.
Nah,
I mean, no,
Fuck is y'all-
because they
who the
still
fuck
say
is
they
y'all
still say behind
talking
the
about?
phone or computer.
Who the fuck is y'all talking about?
I guess
Skank Bay.
are having issues.
What happened to Frank Bay?
Nah, because he still believes on those fucking bullshit narratives. They get Bud ducked Virgil and Boots ducked Norman Jr. And I'm trying to explain to him what happened, and he doesn't want to listen. Like he just like reacts like a child. So I
Bro,
send him a
Frank-
link on
Frank is
Discord, and let's see if he's gonna show up.
Frank is a narrative pusher, bro. I don't know if you noticed that he does the contrarian. Like, I fuck with Frank low key, but he believes a lot of stupid shit. I known that from the get. Like, yeah, you believe a lot of stupid shit. If I'm not mistaken, you was over there apologizing for Wilder bum ass. You don't talk about him no more. Like, he believe a lot of dumb shit. Like, yeah, like you one of them cats It's people that's emotional, and then there's like the humans like me that are like superior, that we look at everything as a math problem. Oddly enough, I'm not that good at math, but it's like that's simple, homeboy. He beat Canelo. You understand that? He showed you he better
Right.
than him. Canelo been beating PBC ass for like what 5 years? Fucking them PBC guys up, man. He took Charlo and wiped his ass with him. But yeah, Bud is scared. Yeah, okay, bro. Paco,
And,
the fucking
not only
president.
that, bro,
Paco,
but
the president of the WBO put Virgil on blast. He ain't even had to do that. He chose to
bro,
do
that's
it.
what I try to tell him, and he's like, no, he thought Virgil. Like, come on, man, shut the fuck up and just listen.
Frank not gonna jump on this live.
Nah, man, he a gentle soul over here, but when he's on BDA, oh, he talk all types of shit, bro, to people. Like, come on.
Man,
You
low
just
key,
believe it
Canelo got rich as fuck beating the shit out of PBC dorks.
I'm saying, like, yo,
he beat Caleb. He beat
That-
who he beat? He beat Caleb
The best they had for him was Caleb.
and Charlo
That's the
and
best
Mel
they
Charlo.
Yeah, but the best they have for
fucking
him.
Joey Calzone never went undisputed. Fuck him.
I didn't want to take a shot at Joe because I didn't want to violate a good UK fighter of his time. But you got to be real. Go look at that resume. What's on there besides Jeff Lacey, Roy Jones, and Bernard Hopkins? What's on there?
Mikkel Kessler is probably his best win.
Yo,
Old
motherfuckers gonna
Eubanks.
stop. No. Motherfuckers gonna stop bringing up Mikhail Kessler like that shit don't mean nothing, bro. Fucking Mikhail Kessler, bro. For Mikhail Kessler, Caleb, I could raise you Caleb Plant. I could raise you Callum Smith. I could raise you Billy Joe. I could raise you Danny Jacobs. I could raise you Kovalev. Oh, fuck out of here, bro. Motherfuckers really trying to sell his dream of yo dog. Joe Calzaghe's two biggest wins is old Roy and old Bernard. And them old motherfuckers was older than Kovalev when Canelo fought him. They was older than him. Roy was 39.
One of them
To be fair to
dropped
Joe, he was an old man too with those
one.
fights.
Right.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was 36. No, he wasn't.
And then
That's
one of them
old.
dropped.
Come on now. That's old in boxing. You know that.
No. Bud is 38.
But you are not comparing.
No.
Crawford.
Usyk is 38.
Oh, Usyk. We're down. Okay, we're down to the two generational fighters all time.
Canelo is 36.
Yo, Jason, the thing is with Calzaghe, he held a fucking world title for years, and he actually got another world title beating Jeff Lacey, and he beat Mikkel Kessler for a belt too. So it's not like the entire time that he fought, he never won world titles. He won world titles even as he got older.
I'm not saying he's Sven. Wait, I'm not saying he's Sven Otke. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you talking too much shit, Joe. You are. He didn't win. What was your big fight, Joe? He didn't win his big fight. What was your big fight? Old Roy?
He got dropped.
Old Roy at 39.
Jules, on
Old
paper, the
Eubanks
biggest
Senior.
fight on paper, the biggest fight was Kessler because it was a unification. That was the biggest fight.
Who was the South
I'm
African dude
so
that
sick
dropped
of
Joe? I forgot his name.
Bro,
Who?
Mikhail Kessler. Look, Mikhail Kessler was a solid fighter of his time. I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm saying that Callum Smith was a solid fighter. Look at what he's doing now. Canelo beat that dude easy. Don't tell me Callum Smith is not a solid fighter. Don't tell me Billy Joe was not a solid fighter. These were unbeaten champions when he fought him. He beat him easy. Don't tell me Caleb. David had a harder time with Caleb. Motherfuckers got to snap back to reality. Canelo made that shit look real fucking easy. And all I'm saying is if you could big up a Mikhail Kessler, you should be able to big up a Danny Jacobs. You should be able to big up these guys that Canelo fought. And he didn't just...
Oh, no. I'm not disagreeing with the whole resume comparison. In my opinion, Calzaghe's resume is fucking terrible. Straight up.
Didn't he get dropped by an old Roy too?
I think he did.
Old Roy dropped him.
No, I think it was Hopkins.
One of them.
Oh,
dropped him.
Hopkins. It was Hopkins. But Hopkins was
No,
43, country.
He
Hopkins
dropped
was
Hopkins. Roy
43.
dropped him.
All I'm saying is there's this shit. You know, like a Paulie would never give Canelo credit for Kovalev because Kovalev was old. All right, Kovalev was old. All right, Kovalev was 36. Who's these guys Joe for? Oh, Joe beat him easy. Joe beat the man. If you don't put the coke away, and have y'all seen Paulie? How does he look worse 3 weeks later, bro? He got an eye patch with shades on and a fit cap. Like, yo, you all right, dog?
Trying to score a fight with one eye.
For real. Yo, he looked worse than the day of the fight. Like, yo, you got a fitted cap on with an eye patch and shit. Like, bro, like what is going on? But I don't like the Canelo hate, bro. I really don't. To me, that's some bullshit. To me, yeah, it's always some like, oh, Canelo got a gift, bro. Mayweather got a gift. Oscar
Yeah,
got a gift.
everybody can say guys got decisions that they disagree with. There's nobody in boxing that doesn't have questionable decision wins. Nobody.
No, we could say there's an elite few. Like Usyk don't have a questionable one. Bud, he don't got a questionable one. You know what? He don't got like this. The elite of the elite. But it's such a commonality in boxing that if you were to deprive Canelo of his plaudits on the premise that he got a gift, a lot of guys that y'all like got a gift, including Joe Calzaghe. He got a gift. Fury got a gift. Motherfucker. Mayweather, Paulie loved Mayweather at a point, but Mayweather got a gift. So what we doing?
Mayweather got 2 gifts.
Mm-hmm. Some bullshit. Oh shit. Virtual, here comes the smoke. I never supported Wilder. That's cray. And it's officially ducked 2 times. That's facts. I said Turkey wanted Ortiz versus Bud. Bud said no for Canelo. Drop the link. Yeah, but that's not a duck. How the fuck is that a duck? Unless you trying to tell me that Virgil is a better win than Canelo or Virgil. Like, what we doing? I gotta hear this bullshit.
Okay, but am I the only one that is not really like? I'm not really calling that Virgil Ortiz versus Bud as a dog for neither of them. I don't think that's. Look, it's a good fight, but I would prefer those 2 guys were searching for world titles and trying to get unifications. And if the paths cross, okay, we can make a great fight.
But it's a duck, Leo. You know why it's a duck? The money there. Turkey want to do it. When Boots did it, what I said, that's a duck. That's yeah. If they offered you to fight, what usually is the hold up for fights when they don't happen? Not enough money, shit like that. Well, money's not a problem. Money is not a problem. There's plenty of money. Money not a problem. So why you don't want to do it, Virgil? And then I look at Virgil. Look at who you've been talking to. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Erickson Lubin. Yeah, I see what you doing. It's a duck, bro. It ain't complex. It's a duck.
No, I understand what you're saying. What I am trying to say is, I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna search that. I'm not gonna criticize you for being a dog. When in reality, what you should be doing is searching for world titles. You should be searching for Fundora, Murtasalib, those kind of guys. If you don't want,
but Leo, the shit is. Okay, let's say this. This is the problem. Well, I agree with you that both of you should be pursuing world titles. The shit is, Virgil, you've been there for 1.5 years with an interim. You have plenty of time to pursue a title. Don't wait up until Boots is on the menu. Oh, I got to get my world title first. I got to get it right now. Because then it just looked like, oh, you're not trying to do that. And what you said stuck to me. I was jerking off in the shower. And I thought about it.
So y'all just not
me? Y'all not going to check.
Did I have to hear that part though? Was that necessary?
Fuck you, because this is what you do.
I'm jerking off in the shower.
And
You're talking to the dude who puts porn sounds in his fucking relays.
I thought about what Leo.
You're jerking off in the shower, thinking about what Leo told you.
You were thinking about me. Okay.
Let's think about Leo. No. All jokes aside, what you said stuck out because it made sense. When Boots didn't have no fights at 54, oh, y'all was all with that bullshit when he had no fights at 54. Then y'all seen him at 54. Ah, shit. Ah, shit, he's still strong. Ah, shit, yeah, we're not trying to do that. Because what the fuck changed? If you accepted it a couple of months ago, why you can't accept it a couple of months later? Why? Gotta be something.
Because Virgil is a bitch.
You listening, Frank?
Yeah, I hear it. And
Okay. And Virgil's still a duck. So what's good?
well,
It's pretty
You bitch
basic,
ass
bro.
nigga.
okay. See, you caught. See,
Because you called me
Why
my
you
name first, so I
emotional?
gotta talk shit to you. What's up?
when did I talk shit to you? When did I talk shit
Oh,
to
you
you?
forgot. Oh, now you acting brand new, huh? Oh,
Nah,
I'm
I'm
an
saying.
idiot. I'm an
No,
idiot,
go
right?
ahead.
Because I said that
Go ahead. Excuse me.
that Norman turned out the fight against Boots. What's
Yeah, I
good?
called you an idiot. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you're a fucking retard. And you're a fucking retard if you actually believe that. What's good?
That's just a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Norman ducked
He made.
Boots.
He
He
made
turned it
no.
down. If it was a lowball offer, then why did the top rank offer a counter offer?
No,
Do you know what a counter offer is?
Oh, wait.
Do you know what it is?
Everybody calm down.
You're screaming.
Mom
Calm
Donnie.
down,
Mom
dude.
Donnie. No, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Mom Donnie. Wait a minute.
Hi, Texas.
Alo Akbar.
Now, check me out. I'm gonna try to smooth this shit over. Now, what I will say, at least what I believe and why, Norman, you did duck Boots. You turned down money. You are not in a position to claim anybody lowballed you. You're not, because you were not making that at that time. And at the time that you turned that money down, right? Did you get an offer for something bigger? No, you didn't. The only reason you even here now, it's not because of nothing you did. It's not. It's because the fight with Ryan fell through. And then the fight with T.O. fell through. You just got lucky. So, no, that low ball shit, that's bullshit. Like, nah, homie, you wasn't
Well,
going to get nothing.
My
You wasn't
argument
gonna get
was
nothing.
that Norman played his cards right, and this guy Virtuoso got in his feelings and got mad and started cussing. That's why I called him stupid, because I just said, was it a smart move or not? And he wasn't willing to say, yeah, that was probably a smart move. That's my argument.
No, this is where we disagree. I would say, did it work out in the end? Yes, it worked out in the end. Why did it work out in the end? What happened here, right? This is why I don't give him the credit that you giving him, Frank. What happened here is not a byproduct of anything you did. You just got goddamn lucky. That's
Ring.
all. Think about it. When
Okay,
Devin,
see, but that's what I'm trying to say.
When Devin, yeah, but then you don't get the credit for getting. You got lucky, homie, because the original plan was not you. Devin was gonna fight Ryan till Ryan bitch ass lost. And when his bitch ass lost, did they go to you? No, they went to Teofimo, and Teofimo turned it down. You just got lucky. So if we go back and we say, if the question is, yo, why did Boots and Brian not fight? Because Brian priced himself out.
Well, Ring,
Simple.
I was just strengthening my argument that Ennis has a pattern of fights falling through and people giving passes. So I was just strengthening my argument that let me finish my, because I made a video. I said Norman and Ennis are both ducks and they were never going to fight. I'm just saying Norman looks the better in the end. Whether it was by luck or by chance, it doesn't matter. He looks better in the end. But Ennis, this is a pattern with him turning down fights.
Yeah, but the shit is, look, the shit is, and I say that all the time. That's why I'm not on the Boots Ennis gravy train. I say it all the time. Like, I got shit for Ennis. I've been had smoke for Ennis, but that don't change that Brian ducked you. The same way it don't change that Virgil ducked you. It don't change that. And cause y'all doing that, y'all both duck Crawford.
Well,
pretty much.
When I mentioned Virgil was trying to say that I said that Crawford ducked Virgil, I didn't say that. I said that Turkey Ali did want Ortiz and Bud Crawford. And he said, but he didn't know if Crawford was going to say yes or no. So obviously Crawford said no, and that's what I said. Now, whether it's a duck or not, I guess you can't call it a duck if he gets Canelo. But what I'm saying is he didn't want the fight.
Canelo, and I'm saying is if you are gonna give, let's say, Norman flowers, yo, your move worked, right? You turned down Boots, and now you getting bigger money, which is a fact, by the way. Yeah, it's a fact. He getting bigger money for Devin than he would have got for Boots. What makes it a duck is in that moment and at that time, there was nothing else on the table. You didn't get an offer from Mario. You didn't get an offer from Stanionis. You fell into this shit, really. You just got lucky. So once again, if we say, yo, in that pocket that Boots and Brian was champions at the same time, who tried to make the fight? Boots. More than once.
Yo,
they
Frank.
sent 3 offers.
Yes.
Frank,
Go ahead. You done
you
crying?
remember? Hold on. Wait, Jules. Remember when we first had that back and forth on Discord about Virgil Ortiz and Bud? I basically explained to you. I even showed you a video. Paco was willing to let Bud do a voluntary defense of the 147 title, and what did he do? He dropped out. That it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, like
and you was having none of it
for months.
That was before Turkey.
And y'all could look this shit up because I don't got a lot about.
I'm familiar with it, but Virgil said it didn't happen. So I mean, he says that didn't happen.
But
I mean, take his word for it. You want, but like, don't try to call me out my name or some shit like that.
I didn't call you out your name.
The shit
you did, bro. I'm like, just admit it, bro. It's all good though. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
These motherfuckers want fucking shit.
No, I'm not talking shit. Listen, I don't know. He said he wanted to.
What I'm saying, all right, that's a stone cold duck. Why? At the time, Virgil was ranked as the #1 contender via the WBO for months at the time. Terrence Crawford was available to fight anyone at that time because the shit with Spence wasn't working out. Virgil's literally ranked at #1. Paco offers him the shit. Paco is not a promoter. Paco don't got be making up stories about fighters. He said, yo, we offered him that shit twice. He turned it down twice. And I believe that because the next thing you know, Virgil leaves the WBO ranks to go fight for a Reggie at the WBA. All in that time, like, yeah, Virgil is a duck, bro. Like, if you gonna say Boots got a history of fucking up fights, I don't deny that, but so does Virgil.
Keep it consistent, bro.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
I mean, there was no legitimate contract offer, money on the table for Bud and Ortiz.
See, this is why he's getting mad, Frank. This is why he's getting mad. The president of a sanctioning body is telling you, I will give you a direct shot at a title against a high-profile fighter. And what did you say? No. Twice. That's a duck.
I mean, Virgil says it didn't happen. He says it didn't happen.
My dude. No. See, listen. Here's the shit. What they do and don't tell Virgil. Like I already know how this works. He called your people. He called Rick. He called your father. They said no, but you let them. You're not a child. That's why it's a duck. When they tried to get Stephen Fulton to fight Brandon again, what he said? No, I want Inoue. When they told Spence, yo, why don't you move up to 54 and fight Thurman? No, I'd rather fight Crawford. When they didn't want Canelo to fight Lara when he was a young bull, no, I want to fight Lara. You know that Virgil is older than Canelo was when Canelo said that shit. Canelo was in his early 20s when he said that shit. Virgil was damn near 30.
I hear that. I don't agree. It's a duck. I think unless there was actually
it's a duck. No, it's a duck.
Okay,
because if
you say it's a duck,
you gotta stop being a manager and just think logically. Yo, dog, the president of the sanctioning body saying, yo, you want a title shot, and you said no. You rather go fight for a Reggie than fight for a title, a real title against a real Nah, I'd rather fight Stanionis.
I mean, look, these guys send fake offers all the time, and the president of this belt ranking, he doesn't make fights. You can't. He doesn't make fights.
Boy sent Crawford an offer while he was a free agent.
Yeah, because I don't understand what these excuses are. You understand that Virgil Ortiz was ranked at #1 at the time. What he's telling them is, I'll make you the mandatory. You didn't want it. There's nothing to spin.
I'm telling you where I'm drawing the baseline.
This is not Top Rank. This is not Matchroom. This is not a feud between promoters. Crawford was a free agent at the time. What Paco communicated to the boxing world, yo, we offered him a title shot more than once and he didn't want it. And he was ranked at #1 at the time. You wanted to fight for a Reggie against Jesse Kansopoulos. Yeah, that's a duck. That's pretty
And
clear
here's the
duck.
thing. Here's why I don't
Okay,
believe
I mean,
Virgil.
you
Here's why I
could
don't
believe that.
Virgil
I mean, you
thinks
could
that
believe it's a
Trevor
duck. Like I could
Well,
believe it's not.
yeah, but the shit is your shit don't have no basis in
Well, what
reality.
I'm drawing a baseline here. What I'm saying is,
What's the
unless
baseline?
the baseline is an official contract offer with legitimate money on the table, with like what happened with Jerron Ennis, and there, it's even more damning because I don't. There's a content creator, he goes by Bruce Vane. He's really, you probably know who he is, but he has a clip with this guy Murad Muhammad. I guess he's close with the Ennises. He knows Ennis's wife, the father's name by first name. He says that there was a meeting between all of them with Kathy Duva, and they offered Jerron the Muratalia fight.
Yeah, I know that. He ducked much.
And he ducked that.
Yo, listen,
Yeah.
listen.
So
Wait.
those are, that's official. That's when they're actually in these meetings with rooms and offers.
You're not understanding though. No one is denying that Boots ducked Murtazalia, but I bet you if I tell you that Virgil's ducking Murtazalia, Robert Garcia said out his own mouth, we don't want to fight him because of the rehydration cap. Yeah, that's a duck. That's a duck. You a 54. You are a 54. Worrying about a fucking rehydration cap.
How are you an interim champion and you're not talking about fighting Fundora? What's going on?
No. Because you gotta calm down. All that socialism is fucking you up. You gotta chill that shit.
All right, calm your capitalist ass down, bro.
Chill that shit. Yo, it's Seinfeld to you, motherfucker. IDF, motherfucker.
Cállate, coño. That's the idea.
What I'm saying is, you playing by a different set of rules with Virgil as if Virgil's not doing the same thing. And moreover, none of this takes away from the fact that the fight is in front of you. Why are you saying no? It's in front of you. Do you have something better to do? You tell me.
Well, my argument is that yes, he does.
Wait. What? Okay, tell me, what is it?
It's the Earl Spence fight. It's an option.
No, it's not.
No, see. All right, Frank. You gonna make me need a cigarette.
Not to
Why?
the zone, bro.
We're just debating, bro. I'm presenting.
No. You're not gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that one, Errol is an option when Errol is on camera with Fight Hype, and they asked him, "Yo, you coming back?" I don't know. The dude that don't know if he coming back is an option. The dude that don't know. The dude that ain't fought in damn near 3 years is an option. I don't know what's wrong with y'all dudes, to be real with you. What, you want to see him fight Errol?
Ring, but here's the thing.
No. Answer my question, please.
I'm going to answer it.
You want to see him fight Errol?
Listen, the reason I say that is because in October, Boxing News 24, Eddie Hearn is on tape saying he's with, what's that guy named Custer, is saying that Ennis and Charlo Spence and Charlo are possible for Ennis. He would like to set that up. So Eddie Hearn said it before Virgil did.
What does that have to do with Boots being in front of you right now?
That if Spence was the option for Ennis, then why not for Virgil?
That's not. No. The platform, the Saudi Arabian, they want you to fight Boots. Boots wants to fight you. You want to fight Earl?
No, it's an option. It's just like Pandora's an option.
And the other thing is, no, it's not an option because the zone is not going to pay for it. Turkey.
Well, we don't know. All these are negotiations. We don't have any knowledge of their negotiations.
I mean, they very publicly said they weren't paying for it.
No. If like they literally said they're not paying for it. Like they
said. Who said that?
Every boxing scribe has reported the same thing. The zone is not paying for that.
Well, they do that a lot. I mean, we've seen it with Ryan and Tank. They went back and forth. It can't happen because of the networks.
Let me ask you a straight question. You telling me that's what you want to see is Earl?
Do I want to see Earl Spence versus Ortiz? Question. Yes. I don't have a problem with it. No, of course not. Of course not. But I believe, I'm not saying it's a fact, but I believe they really do need to build this fight up. Listen, I'm going to use Max Kellerman and Ring Magazine as my argument. Let me just finish my point.
No, let me.
You asked me the question, Ring. Let me answer. Okay, go ahead.
Already.
Yes.
Now, my second question is, this is a separate question, and I want a straight answer.
Yeah, I'm giving you straight answers.
How many pay-per-views do you buy a year?
How many? Maybe 2 or 3.
Yo, what's wrong with boxing?
Okay.
That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Guy.
How many am I supposed to buy?
I'm saying that you all. What I'm saying is, you don't spend a lot of money on boxing. I know that off top. You don't. I know
I
you don't
do.
spend as much. I know you don't spend as much as me, which is fine.
No, I don't
I don't
buy every
expect
pay per
you to.
view. I think
No,
this.
no, no.
I shouldn't
I
have.
just said I don't. I just don't. I don't expect you to. But what people like you are not understanding is that boxing as an industry no longer has time to waste. It doesn't have time for what you want to call. It does. There's no time for that.
I
All
didn't
the
say
network.
marination. You're mistaking marination.
You you
And I
just you
specifically said
just you
building.
just said built. There's no
Are we doing
time for that.
semantics now? Really?
Yeah, like
No,
this
that's
is
not
stupid.
semantics. You do
This
need to
is
build
stupid and
things.
marination is just another word for building. That's what you're talking about. And I'm telling you, no, you don't need to build it. Do you know why you don't need to build it? You
Okay.
build a fight. You know why you build a fight? So that it will generate money. Yet Turkey helps you skip that part because he's paying you. He's paying you above market value. So you don't actually need to build shit. He's paying you. That part of
Well,
it is covered. The money is covered. So it's not about building nothing. The only reason that promoters in the past did this was to ensure that the fight will generate a lot of money so people will get paid. Turkey has helped everybody skip that part. You don't have to build shit. If you want money and you want to fight, I got you. So there's no need to
well,
build nothing.
part of my anecdotal evidence is using Max Cameron. I guess he was doing a ring panel with Shady McCoy and I forget somebody else, and he believes that the fight to make is Ortiz Fedora. They agreed to that. They said, Boots is set
I
as
don't give a
a number
fuck.
7 or
My
8. Well,
dude,
I'm using that as my
with respect.
anecdotal evidence. Okay, that's what I'm standing on, and I'm just
That's
saying
not
that they need to build it and get the ring
okay.
involved.
Stop filibustering, because you do like. Why do you dudes do that? You bounce from one thing to another. Like, stop doing that. That's one. Max Kellerman and with Shady fucking McGrady. What is that anecdotal evidence of? The dude that thinks Anthony Joshua is not a Hall of Famer. That guy. The dude that thinks Luis Ortiz is solid, but Joseph Parker isn't. These are the people you talking
Well,
about as
no,
evidence.
part of your argument I noticed is you criticize Virgil for not having a belt. Well, why not let him get a belt and make the fight
You
bigger?
had a year to get a belt.
So let Jerron get a belt. He doesn't have a belt.
Ring,
coulda-
calm down, bro.
How does no. How does now Virgil, now that Turkey
No,
and the
no,
people
I'm
with the
saying
money, no. Now
it would
that
fulfill
Turkey,
your requirement. You
you
criticize
had
him.
no. I criticize him for not having a year and a half to get a belt. That's why I criticize him. You had a year and a half. You had a year and a half. You coming up on 2 years now. So don't wait till now that they telling you to fight. Oh, now you want to get a belt. And I don't understand why you even bringing him up, because I thought you wanted Spence. It seems to me
No,
that you
I
just
never said I wanted
no.
Spence. You asked if I was okay with it. I said yes.
It seems to me, you literally said, yeah, there is something better to do. Fight Spence. That's your words.
It would be a Hall of Fame legacy fight for him. It would add him to.
Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
Earl's gonna get in. Yeah, Earl's gonna get in.
How is
I don't.
Errol going? Yo.
He will be in the Hall of Fame one day. You don't. I'm telling you, he will.
No, I don't, because you know why? You fought in
Well,
the
let's
same
bet on
era.
it.
Yeah, we could bet on it. I bet $100 because you were in the
Okay,
same era.
we will bet
You were in the
$100.
same era. Yeah, stop repeating yourself. You were in the same era as Crawford, Usyk, Inoue. I don't think you're getting in, especially not. I mean, like, it's been 2-3 years. Are you coming back? Are you? If he retires like this, he's getting in the hall. I say no.
I'm pretty sure he'll get voted in one day.
Okay, I think that's what you want. King Lopez said,
No,
Virgil,
I'm not a fan of his.
Virgil beats Xander, Boots beats Virgil, and Xander beats Boots. That sounds about right. But what I'm gonna say is, this is an all convoluted conversation that ain't about nothing. Because all it really is about is, the money is there. The platform you fight on wants you to do it. The Saudi Arabian with billions of dollars wants you to do it. And you don't want to do it because you rather fight a guy who hasn't fought in almost 3 years. That's a pretty brazen duck.
Well, I mean, we know one guy did officially. I mean, it's a matter of opinion at this point. He has better options.
No, all right.
He has.
As a matter of fact.
Ortiz has Xander. He has Fedora. Those are better fights than Jerron Ennis as it stands.
My dude, he doesn't have Ortiz because he tried to A-side Ortiz and killed those negotiations.
Xander.
How does he have Ortiz? You know that.
No, I'm saying in the future.
Bro, stop speed talking. Stop speed talking. You know who has Ortiz? Actually, you know who has Xander actually? Boots. WBA interim champion. Whoever wins Zayas versus Baru becomes WBA champion, right? Boots actually has a segue to the winner of that fight, not Virgil, because Virgil thinks he's supposed to get half. That's why those negotiations lasted 2 days. See, I could play that game too. Like near as I could tell, Virgil been fucking up fights for years. You fucked up. You didn't want Crawford. You fucked up the Zayas fight. You fucking up the Boots fight.
Well, I mean, look, he was willing to fight Crawford when Turkey offered it to him, and he's willing to fight Duran Ennis when it was offered.
How do I know? How do I know he was willing to fight Crawford?
Turkey Ali said it. He said the fight he wants to make is Ortiz and Crawford. And his specific. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish.
No. I saw the same interviews you.
Okay,
did,
okay. Then he said if Crawford says yes, he will make it happen.
When Crawford is rumored to be moving up to fight Canelo, oh, now you want to fight. When Crawford is rumored to be moving up to fight Canelo, when they're in the process of making that happen, oh, now Ortiz. Yeah, I see the bullshit. How come you ain't?
I mean, all we could go is what Turkey Ali said.
The weirdest
I don't think he says it if he's just talking out his ass.
Is you hold it against Boots that he didn't take the Ortiz fight at first, but you deny that Ortiz didn't take the Crawford fight at first when it was offered to you.
I never mentioned anything about Ortiz and Crawford.
When I brought up Paco and how he offered Ortiz the Crawford fight, that if you want to be his mandatory and you want to fight him, we'll order it. You said no.
And I used the baseline as official offers, something tangible. I mean, we've seen Haney and Shakira go back and forth with fake offers.
Why do you keep talking about fake offers? The president ain't the one that makes the offers. If he makes you the mandatory, that forces Crawford to fight you if you want to fight him. You like this is a dumb fucking argument.
No, the argument is official offer.
You're expecting Paco to make him an official offer?
That's why I said it's not a real offer. He doesn't make fights. So how can you say it's a duck if there's nothing official?
Mandatories.
That doesn't make a fight.
Mandatories.
No, but it means
we see guys duck mandatories for years.
So Crawford was going to duck the mandatory. That's what we know. That's the explanation.
No, we have no. It's just speculation.
It's not speculation when Paco said it out of his own mouth. You just choose to believe Ortiz.
You're saying it's a duck because it was supposedly the WBO.
I'm saying it's a duck because if you wanted Crawford, the sanctioning body he had a belt with, they gave you an avenue to him, and you said no.
You have a perceived duck. I'm talking about official duck, where there's actually something tangible in front of you, and you turn it down.
So wait a minute. If that's what constitutes an official duck, then you the one saying Virgil duck, because there is something in front of you right now. Official money. Official.
We know we've seen it.
And you want to fight Spence?
How much are they getting offered?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't.
Okay, then it's not. We don't exactly. Nobody knows. So how do we know it's official? Didn't they say Crawford and Spence had official numbers on the table? How many times have we argued that?
Julius, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get up.
No.
Well, I thought this was Virtuoso's argument. I didn't know I was.
Before I pass it,
he just ducked off in the background.
Before I pass it to Leo, understand something. This is a stupid fucking argument you're making. Because you yourself already fucking know Turkey wants to make this fight, but you playing stupid fucking games with words. When you yourself,
I'm not. I haven't seen anything. You can show me in black and white where this is.
You just acknowledged when Turkey said that he wanted to make Ortiz versus Crawford, right? That was the anchor for your point you were making before. Turkey's the one that wants to make this fight with Boots and Ortiz. That's him.
Again? I never haven't heard that.
It's not my job to make sure you heard it, bro.
Give me the link of the evidence that said that he's involved in this.
Okay, I'll do it after the fucking show.
Okay.
Point is, you jumping through all sorts of hoops to deny that Ortiz is ducking Boots when it's obvious to everybody. You the fucking one that called him in the ring. What, you called him in the ring so that when y'all get out, you can focus on Spence? Does that make sense?
Apparently he was already re-signed. I mean, they do that for show. That doesn't mean anything.
So you're saying Ortiz did it for show because he's the one that did it?
No, I have no idea. I'm not there with those guys. I have no idea.
Virgil Ortiz is the one who called him.
Dude, you never have an idea.
You're
Ortiz
letting
is
him
doing
fight your
all
battle,
the
dude. I was supposed to bait you, not both you
I mean,
guys.
yeah, but like Bring wanted to take over
Fight
the
your
show.
own
It's his
fight.
show, so
No,
whatever.
Fight your own fight.
I'm
I
asking.
made my argument, and you still
all
didn't
right.
want to listen. That's
I'm
why you're a
asking
fucking
questions.
idiot.
I'm asking questions. I'm asking
Right.
questions because this is by and large the stupidest argument I've heard in probably 2-3 years.
The argument that what Ortiz is not the duck here.
No. That Ortiz is ducking Boots. Like it's
Okay,
pretty
you
obvious he's
are
ducking
saying that
Boots.
he's ducking Boots,
Yeah.
and I'm saying you can't
Yo,
duck
yo,
somebody that you already said yes
No,
to.
Let me do this. Okay, let's show of hands because this all boils down to opinion for you, right? That's your opinion, and it all boils down to opinion. So, in the
Well,
opinion
unless there's an official offer duck.
Okay. No. I heard your shit already. To the people on the panel, who on the panel is of the opinion that Ortiz is ducking?
Oh, me. God, me.
Me.
I think it's okay.
In the
I
chat.
mean, he's not confident, so whatever.
No, because he's appealing to opinion that it's just your opinion. Okay, it's just my opinion. To the people in the chat, who is of the opinion that Ortiz is ducking Boots? Because if it's just a matter of opinion, well, okay, our opinions outweigh yours. More people believe what I'm saying than what you're saying because what you're saying is fucking stupid.
People believe a lot of things. It's called belief.
Yeah, you believe a lot of things.
No.
Yo, go ahead, Leo.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna head out and have fun with this new Mirage that you find out. No vemos.
No, you want me to say Ortiz is an official duck. I'm not saying he's an official duck. You're saying he's an official duck, but we don't have any tangible proof like we have with Jerron Ennis that he's an official duck. That's my argument. That's where I'm.
Okay, Frank, let me ask you a question. If
Yeah, go ahead.
If he's not an official duck, why was he saying he wanted $10 million to fight?
He didn't say that. His manager did.
No, he said it himself on camera.
He did. He said he wanted 10 million. Where? Show me.
On camera, bro. He said it himself.
Okay, show me. All you do have to show me. I know his manager said that. I didn't know he said it.
It's not like I recorded it, but he did.
Well, show me. That's all you have to do is clip it and show me, and then I'll say, okay, I guess he said that.
I'm not even saying. I'm just going to focus on the manager bit. If his manager said it, then that's the official stance.
Yeah, that's just as good as him.
Unless Virgil comes out and says no otherwise, what his manager says is official. So making a distinction between what Virgil said and what his manager said is kind of silly. That's the official Virgil fight camp stance. Give me 10 million or the fight doesn't happen.
Yeah, and Jerron and his dad, they say the same things. They say miscommunication. We didn't get a phone call. He lied. I mean, there's the clip of him. Jerron had said yes and changed his mind. Turkey Ali said, he told us yes, then he changed his mind and turned off his phone. So to me, that's official duck. I mean, unless Turkey Ali throws Virgil under the bus and says, I tried to make this fight today and I made him the most money he was ever going to make. And he said yes and then said no. I'd say, okay, that's official. So unless anybody could point where he's being thrown on the bus and we see contracts that were not signed, then I'd be like, yeah, Virgil's a duck. But until then, I can't officially call him a duck.
Yo, Frank.
I don't think Turkey's
yes.
lying.
Yo, I gotta ask you something. Do you know what a counteroffer is?
A what?
A counteroffer. Do you know what a counteroffer is?
No, explain it to me.
Okay. In the context of Norman and Boots, right? A counteroffer was supposed to happen when Top Rank is supposed to send Boots an offer, offering more than what Eddie was offering them. That's what it is. They did not do that. Top Rank never came to Boots about a counteroffer. What they did is barter for more money. That's what it is. Even though they weren't deserving of it at that time, it was the most they ever got.
Okay.
They still turned it down. That fight with Devin Haney, that's not a 3D chess move. You were selected because other fights fell through, bro. That's all I was trying to say.
The question to you was it a smart move? And you didn't.
It was a smart move. I give him credit for that. But what I'm saying is, he still turned him down, bro. That still would have went down.
Because he was lowballed.
He was not lowballed. How could he be lowballed?
Okay, but that's opinion.
Hold on. See, you're getting emotional again. I'm
just telling you.
If it's a lowball, right? If it's a lowball, why doesn't Top Rank pay them more for the Santillán fight?
I think how much did he get paid for Santillan? Did he
I'm
get
sure
paid
as hell
$1
didn't
million?
get offered 1.7 million.
Well,
Yeah.
he's making double that now, so I mean, it was a
Well,
smart
not for
move.
long, bro. If he keeps doing that fucking gay
Well,
shit about,
again-
I'm better than this. Oh, I deserve more than that shit, that diva shit. That's what's killing American boxing, man.
Again, you're nitpicking when
I'm
Jerron
not
Ennis has
nitpicking,
a
man. I'm
history
telling
of
you the
this.
truth.
Okay,
I'm telling you the truth.
that's your
And you don't want to
opinion.
listen. That's fine.
That's
your
your
opinion.
opinion.
Let me
That's
read the
your
super
opinion,
chat.
bro.
Santiago said, "Man down, they still crying." My man Papa Foundry said, "Screw my Billy for ducking Lester. French motherfuckers whack as fuck." This is, I mean, at the end of the day, I know you think the shit you saying sound good. Like I know that shit sound like music to you, but Virgil don't negotiate his own fights. His manager negotiates his fights, not him.
Obviously,
And his manager's the one asking for 10 million.
okay.
So how is that not a duck? You asking for 10 million? Did you need 10 million to fight
It's
Luger?
called negotiations.
I mean, why
People
would he
ask for
deserve
ducking.
10
It's
million?
called
He only
price.
100
sold
million.
9,000
Bud asked for
tickets,
100.
It's called
Canelo asked for 250 million,
Yeah, well,
Is Virgil Canelo?
yeah, but Canelo,
and then he got 150
Canelo,
million.
that's what I was going to say. Is Canelo? Yeah, that's what I was going to try to allude to. Is Virgil a pay-per-view star? Is Virgil
Well,
one
if
of
he
the top
fights
five?
Spence, he could.
Is Virgil-
He'll put up
is Vir-
numbers.
If what's this?
Yeah.
If you talking about a fighter who they just asked him if he's coming back,
They
and he
had
says
to
he doesn't
paper.
know.
They had to paper his fight against Lubin, bro. Come on,
And
like let's be real.
Jerron fought, but you're going off the argument.
You can't appeal to common sense with Frank Bay because he's pretending he doesn't have any. So I'm just appealing to facts. You talking about a fighter that literally said on camera he doesn't know he's gonna come back. That's not a matter of my opinion or yours. That's Spence that said that.
Yeah, that's why we're saying it's an option.
So
we don't know.
So how do you keep saying a fighter that says I don't know if I'm coming back? How is that an option?
That's not an option.
Well, that's what Virgil Ortiz says. You know, he would like a fight with Spence. Jerry
but
Jones
what
was there.
Yeah, but what Spence said, right? The fight that he's supposed to have that you keep claiming is an option is not an option if Spence don't know if he's coming back, and that's out of his mouth.
That's why it's called an option. It's an option. We don't know.
How is a fighter who is saying I don't know if I'm coming back an option? How?
Well, he's saying he might not. Exactly. He don't know. He might not.
And how long has he been
out?
out?
An option as anyway is. Come on now.
How long has he been out?
I'm hearing 3 years. How long has it been? I don't know off the top of my head.
And this is the option that you saying that okay, I can't fight Boots because I need to fight this dude that ain't fought in 3 years that just said he don't know if he's coming back.
In my opinion, yes, it is a good option.
Then you stupid. I see why Virtuoso is bugging out. I'm 40.
It's not gonna make money.
No, listen. I'm 42, 43 years old, right? Check it out. I don't got time for stupid little kid ass shit. This is fucking dumb. For real.
It's not gonna make money.
The whole reason it's not what are you not understanding? It's not about it making money when you getting paid by a sheik. The whole reason a promoter builds up a fight over time is so that people get paid. Virgil and Boots don't gotta worry about that because Turkey the one paying for it. So you don't got to.
And we know this for a fact.
Yeah, we know this for a fact. You the one
Where?
pretending. You the one.
No,
I
haven't seen it yet. I have not seen where he's involved in this.
Okay, then you need to go look. You need
where?
To go look.
Where did you see this?
I saw this via Dan Raphael, via Mike Copinger. These are the guys.
Where did he put it today?
Brody, stop cutting me off. 2, you acting stupid, bro. You are.
I'm not. I'm genuinely asking you. I seen when Dan Raphael said that the zone was going to stop the fight.
Because if you're going off of every credible source, since you're so big on credibility and you seem to be going off the same sources and articles that I am, then you would have seen the same thing I saw when Dan Raphael said, yeah, that Spence fight, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, I seen that.
They won't approve it.
Yeah, I'm saying I seen that.
Okay, then. So why do you keep telling me that a guy that the zone won't approve, who hasn't fought in 3 years and just said he doesn't even know if he's coming back, how is that an option?
Because it would sell good in Texas.
According to who?
It would.
No. If you're not about hypotheticals, 1 minute you're not about hypotheticals. You just want to stick to.
If he sold 40,000 against Ugas, you don't think Virgil Ortiz, Earl Spence would sell in Texas?
Not
Stadium?
after you just got damn near killed 3 years ago. Not after you just got damn near killed 3 years ago. No, I don't.
The last memory you have of him is him getting his ass.
Well, what's the
kicked.
baseline? What's the base? Let's make a bet. Let's bet on that too. What's the baseline?
the baseline is the only time that Errol Spence Jr. ever did actual big numbers was with Crawford, and that's when you got killed. Basically, that's
So you think it wouldn't even sell 100,000, 150?
No, I don't. From the moment that you debuted on pay-per-view, from the moment that your boy, I guess that this is a Spence love thing. This ain't even Virgil. I'm starting to get from it. That from the moment that Errol Spence Jr. debuted on pay-per-view, his numbers declined with every pay-per-view he did after that, save the fight that he lost. Coincidentally, that's the biggest pay-per-view he's ever been in. The one where most people that paid to see it saw him get his ass kicked. And you telling me now 3 years later from that ass whooping, what, his marquee value went up?
Well, let's make a bet then. Let's say that they fight.
I don't deal in hypotheticals. Since you don't want to deal in hypotheticals,
no, I'm saying it would sell. Because I'm saying it will sell. Because I'm saying it will sell.
How is a fight?
You're saying it won't sell.
How is a fight with a fighter who hasn't fought in 3 years and says he doesn't know if he's coming back? How is that? What's the baseline for me to think it's gonna sell?
Well, his 40,000 fans. If it goes 40 over, then I'll win the bet.
Was that before or after he lost?
Well, you're making the claim it won't sell, so I'm making the bet to you that if it does over 40,000,
I'm making the claim it won't sell because it's not gonna happen. Then, I mean, for me to be sitting here even arguing about an Errol Spence Jr. fight as if it's gonna happen when it's pretty obvious that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
The whole anchor for your argument is basically it's okay to put Boots on the back burner because I'm going to fight Spence, except no, you're not.
Okay, see, this is where I think you got lost, is that
I didn't get
Virgil
lost.
said, no. Bring you back to what I'm saying.
Let me bring you back to reality. The Spence fight is not going to happen.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not gonna happen.
You asked if it's an option. You said, is it an option? I said, yes, it's an option.
If it doesn't, you know why it's not going to happen? Because it's not an option.
Okay, that's why it's called an option.
It's not an option.
It's a yes or no thing.
Because it's not an option.
And they could still fight. Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz could still fight. We don't know.
No, they should fight next.
Yes, I agree.
You're bringing up a quasi-retired fighter. You're bringing up this is the argument. This is the argument that you're making. You're using Spence as a reason for them not to fight now, even though the money
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
I literally asked you, why shouldn't he fight Boots next? And you said because he has options. I asked, what's the option? Errol Spence Jr. That's what you said.
It's a if question, right? If this, then that. And you said if he doesn't fight Boots, is Earl an option? Say yes. If he doesn't, but he still could.
No, that's not what I said. I said, why is he not fighting Boots? You said he has options. I asked, what are the options?
If he doesn't, we don't know. Look, I said, I'm on record saying it. I said in my own space, I said, look, man, I hope the fight still happens. I think it could still happen. His dad said it could still happen today. We don't know. It's called negotiations. Then you explore other options to raise the price.
It's called, you know what it's called? It's called, yo, y'all scared. This fight not
okay, that's an opinion. That's not a fact.
That's fucking awesome. Check it out. Everything I already said what happened, that happened. I already know what's about to happen. It's probably gonna be.
I will give you your credit. You said that. Look, and I'm gonna give you your credit because you said that people have injuries.
Listen, I don't want credit because people. This is what always happens. This is literally what always happens. I say something, motherfuckers don't listen, and then you know what? I gotta tell you something. That's fucking great, bro. That's fucking great. The guy telling me Spence is a fucking option, dying on fucking hill.
No, you said
no.
I said it is.
No,
it's not an option.
Check it out. No, I'm gonna go off what you said, bro. Okay, Spence is an option.
What are you using my words now?
No. I'm gonna wait for the Spence fight because according to Frank, it's an option. So I Spence next.
No, you don't have to like it. But what I said is you act okay.
No. I never said nothing about liking it. You telling me Spence is an option. I'm like, okay, so I'll wait for the Spence fight and let's see if that shit happens. So we'll see.
No, it might not. That's why it's called an option.
Well, it might not.
He could fight. We don't know who he's going to fight.
So you got a fight that you can have versus a fight that even Frank says, might not happen. So then how's that?
Well, we don't even know if Jerome wants to fight. He's already turned it down.
I mean, he was in the ring.
I'm really trying to find where your argument is. You're trying to pigeonhole me because I said Spence is an option.
My argument is simple. Every credible journalist and everybody covering the story is saying the exact same thing. DAZN wants to fight. Turkey wants to fight. Boots wants to fight. Eddie Hearn has been saying the same thing throughout. It's very obvious what's going on. And what Virgil and his team are talking about, Oscar says he's got to be the ace side. Rick says they need 10 million. Virgil says I'd rather fight Spence. But that's none of that is a duck.
Not when you've been turned down twice, an official duck.
I saw
Wait, turned down twice. Where's the second time?
Jerron turned it down 2 times.
Where's the
listen.
second time?
If I ask a bitch, no, listen. If I ask a bitch for head 2 times and she decides to give it to me on the third, who fucking cares, bro?
Well, I mean, look, that's why it's called an official duck, and now it's speculation. So
yeah, you're making up definitions, bro. I don't official duck. No, a duck. You know what a duck is?
Ring,
you know what a duck is? No. You know what a duck is? A duck is when you turn down a difficult fight for an easy one. That's a duck.
Okay,
now, when you turning down, Now, when you saying that, yo, I don't want to do that right now, Rick. That's basically what Rick and them saying, right? So check it out. You rather fight a dude that ain't fought in 3 years. Pretty much. You rather fight a dude.
You're making a hard stance to right.
The only appeal that you keep telling me about fighting this dude that ain't fought in 3 years is, oh, it'll make money. Yeah, they're offering you big money to fight Boots, though. What are you waiting around for Spence for? They're offering you money.
Double dip. Why make one bag when you can make 2?
You're not making 2 because Spence not gonna fight you.
Okay. So let's get to the bottom of this. If they do fight, because it's still on the table, right? It's not on the table? I mean, have they officially said no?
I don't know if we talking about Spence.
We're talking about Jerron Ennis and Ortiz, right? Let's say they still fight. Then you kind of look foolish here. I gotta say that. If they actually do fight, because it's still on the table.
So let me ask you a question. If Virgil don't fight Boots, right?
Right.
If Virgil don't fight Boots, which I said he's not going to.
Okay.
And don't fight Spence, which I said he's not going to, right?
Okay.
We'll see. Who's the fool? Who's the fool?
Nobody. You're saying I'm the fool? How?
Yeah, you're the fool.
How?
Because it's not complicated. Your argument is that he doesn't have to fight Boots now, or he shouldn't fight Boots now because he can double dip and make a bag with Spence when everybody else seems to understand Spence is not an option. That's not going to happen. You're the only one holding out. You're the only one holding out hope that happens.
No, I didn't say I want it to happen. I said it's an option. That's why it's called an option. I'm not understanding why you don't understand what an option is.
Okay. So
what is an option? It's a yes or no, right? Yes, you can. Yes, no, you can't. No, why do you have to ask other people? This is you and me. They're not interjecting.
Because I need other.
You don't need their support.
You have an opinion. You have an opinion, and so do I. But that's not enough.
Well, they're obviously going to agree with you. They're obviously going to agree with you.
They may not.
It's your show. They're going to agree with you.
You don't agree with me.
Well, because I have my own opinion, my own mind.
Ray, that's awesome, bro. That's fucking beautiful. So does Ray. Ray has his own mind. He don't agree with a lot of shit I say. Ray, is Spencer an option for Virgil Ortiz?
Not a realistic option.
Let me go to somebody else. Though? Let me go to somebody. No, let me go Virtuoso.
Well, ask him what you asked me.
I'll finish then. Now, if this was Spence of 2018, 2017, a Spence that had not lost, a Spence that had a world title, a Spence that was still in the pound for pound list, that still had his hype, yes, it would be a big fight. But as now, no. And if you're gonna be out here making a bet, if it could do 40,000 or 125K, then this is not even a conversation.
Okay, let me go to Virtuoso. Virtuoso, in your opinion, since we're just going to use opinions, is Spence a real option? Is Spence an option for Virgil? Is that an option?
Not really.
Okay, let me ask somebody else. Jason, is Spence an option for Virgil Ortiz?
Well, first, let me prove I have my own mind. I don't always disagree with you. Tyson Fury beats up Anthony Joshua. Okay, now that we've done that. No, he's not a real option. The fuck? He's been out of the ring for 3 years. What are we doing here?
Is Spence an option for Virgil Ortiz?
No, it's not about taking like sides or anything, but he's just not. I mean, come on. The guy
I hear you on that. I don't understand why you're asking. I hear what you're saying. He's not an option because of
what I'm.
I understand that. You're acting like I don't understand that.
No. I think you don't understand it because
I do.
What I'm trying to point out is that
Yeah.
most people are of the same opinion that Spence is not a realistic fight
I
at
understand that.
all. It's not
Mhm.
realistic at all. And Spence, a fighter who's coming off a loss, still doesn't have a trainer. Still, literally said out of his own mouth on camera, he doesn't even know if he's coming back. That
Okay.
can't be the holdup. That cannot be the holdup for you to not fight the fighter that's in front of you, that they're offering you money to fight. There's no offer on the table for you to fight Errol Spence. There is money on the table for you to fight Boots, though. You both fight on the same platform. You're on the same schedule. You fought a few weeks ago. He fought a few weeks before that. There's no real reason you shouldn't fight unless you just don't want to. And that's the duck.
Hey Frank,
Yeah.
have you seen the video that Errol Spence was asked that? Have you seen it yourself?
That what he looked. Someone
Yeah.
asked him if he's coming back, and he said he don't know.
Yeah, have you seen that video?
Yeah,
yourself?
I don't know. I obviously understand that, and that's why I said it's an option.
You
That
seen his body language? That look like an option to you?
What does that have to do with anything? I mean, they're putting all these rumors and stories out there for a reason. Roy Jones, he's going to work with Roy Jones. What does that mean? He might possibly come back. We don't know.
I mean, you can look at just.
Well, Herb, let me ask you this, Herb. Since
Yeah.
you want to ask me questions, be fair, and even to the panel, since we're fishing for questions. Is it a big fight or not? Let's say it does happen. Is it a big fight or not?
No, because
It's
the
not?
man had to paper the house against Erickson Lubin. How
So
is he going to sell
then-
against Errol Spence?
So you don't think it'll pack 40K in Cowboy Stadium, less or more?
Nope, not one
Okay.
bit. Because the
Not
man
really.
has no legitimate fan base that's
Okay,
purchasing
then
tickets.
that's why I posed the bet to Ring. I mean, if it happens, which it probably won't, right? I mean, we don't know, but if it did, I'm willing to bet that it's a big fight, at least 40,000, 200,000 pay-per-views, which would be a good benchmark for what Earl has usually done. He did 40 with Ugas.
Shout out to Santiago. If that's the case, nobody in boxing has ever ducked. Exactly. Virtuoso said, being selected as an alternative to Ryan Garcia and Tio is not for a 4D chess move. It's not like Norman was presented with Boots fight and Devin Haney fight at the same time. Just remember, Frank, the turkey bag ain't forever. I mean, near as I could tell, this is a rather uncomplicated situation. You're just making it complicated with semantics. Most people don't view Errol as a realistic option or the reason that you should obstruct a fight that is in front of you, that is being financed for one that isn't. But what the anchor for the argument seems to be that, well, if they can make the fight, this is what you keep saying, that if they could find a way to make it, it would be big. Where most people here, where most people here are saying it doesn't matter what you think it will be because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
On the premise of what? That it won't be big, or Earl is finished?
On the premise that they're not going to fight. It's not going to happen.
Okay, that's why I said it's an option.
Would it be cool if I told you both?
Go ahead, man. This is one of those. This reminds me of those silly arguments I used to have on Facebook just for a year to go by, and nothing like Spence is not. That's not going to happen. You need to argue about that.
Let me go with Frank stuff, right?
I'm not arguing that.
Let me say it mysteriously.
You need to debate it.
Let me say it mysteriously happens, right?
No, you asked the question.
Frank, do you believe in fighters' marquee value going down over time?
Yeah, obviously.
Do you believe in fighters' marquee value going down? Let's say when they take a horrible loss and they don't come back for a while.
Sure. I mean,
okay. That's the case, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: if Spence was hovering around that 300 to really 250 range when he was at his prime, basically, why would he be hovering around that to fight Virgil Ortiz?
Say that again.
If
he was hovering around that area.
Listen, let me simplify. If the baseline for an Errol Spence pay-per-view when he was in his prime and he was an unbeaten champion and he was at the height of his popularity, if his baseline was around 3 and change years ago, why would it have gone up all these years later when he's coming off a loss and he hasn't fought?
I wouldn't say up. I would say, why would it even be maintained?
Yeah, especially with piracy being what it is.
Yeah, nostalgia. That's why I said let's make a baseline.
Okay, let me make a baseline. Deontay Wilder, another fighter who was coming off of devastating losses. Did nostalgia help the marquee value of his pay-per-view?
Who did he fight?
Tyrell Herndon.
Yeah.
No,
And you
Helenius.
think that's going to sell? Does that make sense?
You think
Is
Spence
Virgil
is
Ortiz gonna sell?
If AJ fought Wilder, would that be a big fight?
No, yeah,
Virgil
because of
Ortiz is
AJ.
not
Yeah,
AJ.
Okay, then.
because of AJ.
Yo, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
No,
because-
no. You're
wait, let me
using
answer the
Wilder as
question.
an example, though.
No,
So
let
he
me answer
mentioned
the
Herndon,
question.
which obviously is going to fail.
But let me answer the question.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that would be a big fight because of AJ, because he has a proven track record. But you're making my point, because if I take AJ out of
No.
it, yeah, if I take AJ out of it, Wilder.
No,
ain't with
you're
a big
saying that
fight.
Wilder is a failure. He'll never sell.
Yeah, he's not selling. He just got out
But
there
he
on his
would.
own and nobody bought
But
it.
he has a big enough name that with the right opponent, he would.
No,
No,
AJ.
he's shot.
Listen, one at a time. No. If the difference between Wilder selling and not selling is I need AJ to help me, that's because AJ's selling, not Wilder, because AJ could fight a ham sandwich right now and sell. Why is it AJ that Jake Paul wants to do the exhibition with and not Wilder, if that's the case? Because AJ's the
But
draw.
we're talking about Wilder.
Okay.
You
we're
used the
talking about how
example, will Wilder
we're
sell?
talking-
And
we're
your
talking
example
about- we're
was
talking about how
Hendren. Of course
Wilder-
not.
We're talking about how Wilder doesn't sell. I'm using Wilder
Well,
as the
yeah.
baseline. I'm using
Your
Wilder.
argument is that if they fight a ham sandwich, will they sell? Because that's what you're trying to say. Wilder
that's
fought
not-
Herndon.
no, that's not- no,
Yes,
not
that's
what
why
I'm-
you gave the
that's not what
example.
I'm
Of course,
saying.
if he fights
I
a ham
was using-
sandwich, he's not going to sell. But if
Okay,
he
stop
fights a name,
right, bro, stop filibustering. Stop filibustering. That's
okay,
what
I'll
y'all
use a
do.
better example. Will Andy Ruiz and Wilder do?
Yo, bro, do I get to talk or not? Or do I gotta mute you? Do I get to talk?
Go ahead.
All right, please don't interrupt me. The reason I brought Wilder is because Wilder, like Errol Spence Jr., was coming off a devastating loss and a lot of inactivity. So when he got out there on his own, he didn't sell anything. Didn't sell nothing. Now, you say if he fights AJ, it will sell. Yeah, that would sell because of AJ. But Virgil Ortiz is not a parallel or AJ.
No, that wasn't the argument. You said, well, Wilder on his name, can he sell? And you gave the example of Hendren, of course, fighting a ham sandwich. But if he fights a name, he makes a fight another name that much bigger. So, of course, Earl fighting a ham sandwich is not going to sell. Okay, well,
I don't agree with that. I
well,
don't.
Wilder. Okay, that's why I was going to say the example.
Wilder after the second loss to Tyson Fury.
And this is your example, not mine.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm pointing out the faulties in your example.
There's no flaws in my example. He fought Robert Helenius a year after he loses to Tyson Fury for the second time. That didn't sell.
And of course
either.
it bombed. It does exactly. That's why I said the name. Who is he fighting? He's fighting a ham sandwich, of course. Exactly. He's fighting a ham sandwich.
So why am I supposed to believe that Errol Spence Jr., whose circumstances are very similar, is going to get out there with a lesser name than an AJ, a lesser name? Virgil's not a pay-per-view star.
Right.
He's never been in the Forbes. He's never been one of the top earning athletes in the sport. He hasn't proven he's a bigger draw than Boots, much less than AJ. So why am I supposed to believe that Errol's marquee value is going to dramatically shoot up?
I didn't say that.
Non-draw. Yeah, that is what
not
you're
what
saying.
I said. No, that's why I said.
You're saying they're going to put up all these numbers. That
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. You know I didn't. That's why I said let's make a baseline.
So you didn't say it's a big fight. You didn't say it's a big fight.
I said it is a big fight for where it's going to be, Cowboy Stadium. And that's what I'm trying to ask you. I'm saying, let's use a benchmark. If he did 40K with Ugas, you don't think it would do better? He would do better with Ortiz?
No, Ugas was a champion at that time. It was a unification. He was undefeated.
It wasn't even that. Spence was undefeated at the time. This guy keeps assuming that people are still misty-eyed about Spence and they're going to pay through the nose to see him when they stopped doing that a long time ago. Before he loses to Crawford, his numbers were going down, not up. Every fight that he had from Mikey Garcia onwards did less and less bars, and that was when he was an unbeaten champion. So why the fuck would he put up numbers now? What am I supposed to believe that? What is that based on? If your numbers was going down when you were unbeaten and winning, why would they go up when you're beaten and lost?
I didn't say they would go up. I said they would be a big fight. They'd do good numbers. They'd still do about 40,000, 200,000 pay-per-views, which he had done on average.
200,000 pay-per-views are not good numbers.
That's the
Again,
other thing. That's the other thing, because that's really not. That's the reason Showtime left boxing is all them 200,000 pay-per-views. Shout out to El Cagon. Pacquiao lost to Ugas and was inactive for 3 years and comes back and faces Barrios. They still haven't released the pay-per-view numbers. Yeah, it's another example. I don't know why somebody would think you could fight. I don't know why someone would seriously think that Errol Spence Jr. could come back off for 3 years of inactivity, not even rebuild himself, right? Because you got to show people that you still got it. That's how you normally do it if you're going to succeed. Whereas what you're describing is what Errol goes in cold, having not fought in 3 years, and he's going to put up big numbers with Virgil. Like, you can't be serious.
Yeah, you're thinking I'm saying it's gonna do 1 million pay-per-views. You're trying to conflate what I'm saying.
No, because I didn't use the word million. You did that. I'm not conflating.
No, I never said
You
it's gonna sell 1 million.
You said it's a big fight. I'm saying no, it's not.
Yeah, it's in today's era. Yes, it is a big fight. Okay, then let's bet. That's why I'm saying let's bet on it. Let's bet it's not gonna be big. You tell me.
Okay, you know what? No. That's what I was gonna allude to. I'm gonna bet $100 on this fight that isn't gonna happen. That this fight that isn't gonna happen, if it were to happen, I'm gonna bet that it wouldn't be big, even though I'm pretty sure this is not gonna happen.
So what's a crowd? 40,000? You don't think it'll be more than? You think it'll be under 40K fan attendance?
Yeah.
Okay, let's bet that then.
And I'll bet that it won't sell 200,000 pay-per-view buys. I'll bet that.
Well, also. I mean, look, man, it has to be Scouts Honor on pay-per-views because they don't release the numbers.
Well,
then how are we going to determine?
Wait.
The thing is,
this guy's arguing in bad faith. I done dealt with this before. He's going to stay on that hill and die on it until enough time passes that he has to admit the fight didn't happen, because it's not gonna happen. This is how little kids argue. It is.
Frank, I was gonna say you need to put
one at a time. You know, Frank, that it's not gonna happen. You're just doing this goofy shit now. You know it's not gonna happen.
Like straight up,
I don't know what's gonna happen. What do you mean? I don't know what's gonna happen.
No, it's cool. Just have fun. Have fun. It's cool.
If the bet's gonna happen, then you should put a time stamp on it.
No, I don't know what's gonna happen. He said, "Is it an option?" We were just talking about, is it an option? I didn't say it was definitely gonna happen.
Except that,
and I said it's a decent option.
Except that nobody else seems to think it's an option, but you. Nobody thinks it's an option. You're the only one saying that.
No, you said if the Boots and his fight doesn't happen, is Errol Spence an option? I said, you know what? If that fight,
no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said, why is he not fighting Boots? You said he has other options. I asked, what are the options?
Yes, he has other options. Yes.
You said Spence. That's the option.
That's one of the options. There's other options.
Okay, what's the other one?
There's Pandora, Zayas. We don't know, but those other options.
We keep saying Zayas. Zayas is not gonna. You listen. You asked for 50% of the pot without a belt, right? You asked for 50% of the pot without a belt. If that kid goes in there and beats a Bosparu, and I think that he's going to, you can't ask for 50%. But I know that you did. You did. You guys tried to pull rank on that kid after he won a belt. Those guys are not going to fight. They're not going to fight. Virgil and Xander. I will predict it now, screen recorded, whatever, bet whatever. They're not fighting next year. They're not. That's not happening. If they manage to stay unbeaten for 2 years, if they do, which I question, maybe they fight in 2027. They will not fight next year. Spence, I would be surprised if he does come back, because I don't get the sense that he's going to. But this is the hill you're dying on. This is one of his great options. I can't fight Boots right now. I got to fight Spence. Okay.
No, nobody said that.
Okay. Hey, fuck it.
Nah, nobody said that. We don't know. The fight can still happen. You're trying to take one thing I said and make a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, you made Spence into a 40,000.
I'm on the record.
You made Spence into a big fight. Now I'm making mountains out of molehills. You made Spence.
That's average. No, that's average. That would be like low numbers for Virgil and Earl.
If that's the hill,
you asked me why is it an option, and I said it has the potential to be a big fight.
Okay.
The fact that you think
you don't believe
it could be a big tickets when he couldn't even sell 10,000 on his own, that's delusional.
Well, that's why we bet, right? That's why we make bets.
Well,
People
you
bet
just
and they
said, bro, that
lose.
you don't think the fight's gonna happen. You're not willing to put a time clock on it. So what are we talking about?
I
We're not
never said it
talking
was going to
about
happen.
this. You see, we're not talking about anything because
Yeah.
this childish argument he's having is over a fight.
No,
Forget
you.
me. No. Forget me. Forget Ignacio and the whole panel. Even he's acknowledging the shit ain't gonna happen because we don't know because they might the boots. Hey, that's fucking great, bro. This is a great use of time.
Yeah, every
This is
time we
fucking
bring
awesome.
something up, you keep moving the goalpost back, bro. Just admit
What
this
goalposts
shit's
am I
not gonna
moving?
happen. Because he just
Listen.
said right now, he just said, he asked you, if the fight's gonna happen, then let's put a clock on it. Then you said no,
I
because
never
we don't
said it was
know
going
it's
to
gonna
happen. When did I
happen.
say it was going to happen?
Okay,
Like,
so let's say
That's what I'm talking about. You keep moving shit backwards in order to
What?
justify your point.
Yeah, because 1 minute he tries to entertain Spence as a palpable option for delaying the Boots fight. He calls it a good option. These are his words. Anybody can play this back and hear it for themselves. These are his words. It's a big fight. It's a good option. Like, okay, if it's a big fight and it's a good option, why do you get so squirrely about a time frame? If it's that fucking big, okay, when should we expect it, bro? 6 months? A year?
It's just an option among many.
Man, I don't think it has.
You're trying to pigeonhole me on this like that. I'm saying that it's going to happen. I never said it was going to happen.
Stop. According to your
I said if he doesn't fight Jerron,
Wait, go ahead, Jason. Go ahead, Jason.
Is now Inoue an option for Virgil Ortiz?
No, that's ridiculous. Come on. I mean,
Oh,
come with
that's
something real.
The active fighter is ridiculous, but Spence isn't. Okay.
Shout out to Mr.
It's
T.
not the
Not
same
gonna
thing.
lie, this is up there in sped arguments. I mean, like, I don't think there is argument. I've done this so many times on Facebook and on here that you know what's gonna happen. You know what's not gonna happen? What's not? Because I gotta stop dealing with these shits that are gonna happen. A lot of shit don't happen with Virgil Ortiz and Boots to a lesser extent. He's not gonna fight Spence. I don't even know if Spence is ever gonna fight again. He's not gonna fight. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not an option for Virgil. Like, that's not an option.
Jules, literally, we're talking about.
I don't know why anybody would literally look at that and say, "Yeah, that's not like seriously."
We're talking about a guy who is literally a year away from being on the Hall of Fame ballot. He's going to be eligible next year, and we're talking about him fighting. Come on.
3 years is that how guys normally do it? A guy gets beaten within an inch of his life 3 years ago, so that 3 years later he can debut at a new weight with a new trainer against a top contender.
Over here.
You know the least forgivable thing about this whole Virgil Ortiz shit is we're having to defend Boots by proxy. That's the shit thing. It's like, no, we have to defend that asshole.
Yeah, but I'm not even defending it because it's not about defending Boots. It's about these are the kind of things that have led this boxing scene, the American one, to where it's at, to where no major broadcaster wants to touch it. And these guys like Frank, they keep thinking that they're saying something smart. No, this is why TV networks don't want to invest in boxing, because people insist on doing stupid shit like this. Even when you have a Saudi Arabian billionaire where you don't have to build the fight. I'm going to pay you both above market value. You don't have to build the fight. I'll pay you like I've been paying everybody else. Nah, we got to build the Spence fight. Okay.
It's gone
Good luck
in Cowboy Stadium where they let people in.
I mean, this is why I remember when HBO walked away from boxing. Oddly enough, when HBO walked away from boxing, their metrics didn't tank. The final card that they did on the HBO platform was a women's card with Cecilia Brækhus. That did about 800,000 views when she fought Callie Reese. The reason they walked away is because the people over there, they kept seeing this. They saw what it took to get Canelo in the ring with Golovkin. They saw it like, yeah, this don't yield a fast enough return. And for what's supposed to be a boxing fan to be arguing this dumb shit, like, I don't even know what you're getting out of that. No, it's simple. There's money for you to fight Boots, so go fight Boots. Boots is active. They got money for you. Go fight him. Not complicated. You accepted it before? Okay, accept it now. What's the problem? I don't get like I don't understand, and it's only American boxing fans that do this. The Brits don't do this. The Aussies don't do this. The Japanese, they don't. It's only the American ones trying to be Mr. Smart guy. Nah, because they got to build it with the marination, and it, you know, that like, what are you doing? Are you cosplaying a boxing manager?
Yo,
You telling me
Jules, I
with a
think
straight face? You telling me with a
my bad.
straight face? I got a rant. Telling me with a straight face that what? I can't begin. Go ahead, bro. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say Frank. I think Frankie dropped his phone or something, bro. He's asking for another link.
All right, but
Oh, Frankie's not finished.
Jules, he played himself because he literally keeps moving the
See?
goalpost every fucking time. It's like
Mitch,
it's
shout out to
obvious.
Mr. Classical. Dude is
What?
just being stubborn for the sake of it. Yeah, I've seen him do that before. The link is right there,
And
man.
Errol Shakur, you can
Like,
join
is
too.
Spence an option or is he not an option? Like, what is?
No, but
This
the
guy-
fact that you even have to ask, like, no, Spence is not an option. How is Spence an option? He's been retired for 3 years. How
Nope,
is
you
he an
gang
option?
up, bro. What the fuck? Hold
Yeah,
on. We
my whole
gang up.
point with this, I
But
mean, I
3
was
people
supposed to
can
battle
join.
Virtuoso, but whatever, I don't care. My whole point, you know what it really boils down to is just, and this is gonna probably sound weak. I just don't think it's fair that Virgil gets labeled a duck when we know Jerron turned the fight down 2 fight times and he's the official duck. I just think that's slanderous. You know what I mean? Like this guy,
So
he
wait,
accepted the fight.
so Frank, wait. Help me understand. Now you're
Yeah.
saying this. This is the real motivation for your argument that people aren't being nice to Virgil?
No. It's just about being fair and just. You know, like, look, man, you guys, I don't know how you feel about Rick Glazer, but he's claiming, you know, that Jerron and his team does not want the fight. That there's something that people know about him, and that's why he's 35-0. He ducked 2 times.
No,
You know what I
dude, with
mean?
respect, with respect.
Yeah.
This is not about you. Rick Glacier did that same cock goblin for Fury just to be fucking wrong, okay? You got to take things Rick says with a pinch of salt.
I understand it. Like, I'm not here to be Rick Glazer's,
But I just don't see what Rick's annotations that are hit or miss often, and they've been missing more often than not. The only thing Rick seems to have been right about was the PBC. Everything else has been pure bullshit. Everything. That's the only thing he was right about. And I suspect it's because he watches my videos, which is a separate matter. He uses too many of my isms. He thinks he invented the Haymanites. Brody, I've been saying that for 8 years. He tried to
So
take
you're
credit
the
for that.
Hamanite?
I
Wow.
invented that fucking word.
Jules, this is the same guy who gets paid by Oscar De La Hoya. Of course, he's
But
going to say what he
Literally,
said.
exactly.
I don't feel or think that Virgil's
all of it.
ducking.
Listen,
That's
all
what
of it is besides the point. No one argued that Boots is this perfect child of God. That you're bringing in outside shit and outside feelings into something that's happening today. And the only thing that's happening today is the money is there for you, Virgil. The money is there for you. You don't have to worry about none of that, and you don't want to do it. It's that simple. See, Boots' reason.
and I disagree. I just disagree on that.
Boots' reason is not as bad as Virgil's reason. Why? Because he was trying to go undisputed. He wasn't even at the same weight as you at the time. That's why people are giving him some grace. Y'all weren't at the same weight at the time. He was at 47 trying to unify titles. They were sending out offers.
I mean,
they were
Boots Ennis turned down Murataliev. Also, look, I don't like that guy, Bruce Vane, but he has about 50 videos
dude,
just
it's
bashing
not that. It's not that. It's that when he turned down Murtazaliev, I called that a duck. But when Virgil does it, you know what I also
there's a
call
pattern.
it?
There's a history of multiple ducks.
It's a duck. You're talking about
Okay.
2 guys who don't want to fight the same dude. None of them want to fight Murtazaliev. So how is it a duck when Boots does it, but it's not a duck?
I'm saying
when
because
Virgil
Boots
does
has a long history of pattern. Why is he 35?
Virgil doesn't have a history?
Nobody.
Boots' history have to do with Virgil not wanting to
Yes,
fight the
yes.
same
If a girl's a
Russian.
whore her whole life, you don't all of a sudden trust that she's not.
I don't know what kind of parallel that is, because Boots ducked Murtazaliev.
It's
Fine. Boots ducked him.
any
Virgil's
Doug
doing
Norman.
the
That's
same-
my opinion.
Yeah,
I believe he Doug Norman.
And I don't believe he ducked Norman. I
Okay,
don't, because
that's
I've seen
what I'm
the
saying, like,
interviews. I've seen the
okay, well, I
Adrian
believe he
Clark
did.
interview. I've seen based on
Based on the low ball offer.
How is it a low ball? Brian Norman never made that type of money.
Any low ball Barrios, any low ball Stanionis.
stop
They
moving
came
the
out and said
goalposts.
so.
He just asked you about Brian Norman. Stick to the subject. How's it
Because-
a low ball if he never made that kind of money?
Because Brian Norman He stood on business and he said, "You know what? I know they're lowballing me. I can make more." And he bet on
No,
himself.
he did not
Won.
make that type of money, bro. So how is it a low ball?
He's making
A low
double
ball
now.
implies
That's what
he never made. That's retarded.
What?
And that's
What are you
why.
saying?
No, and that's why I told him in the
No,
beginning.
no,
Thank
it
you.
is.
No. Listen
It's
to
like
me.
That's why
You
That's why I
you
told him.
believe
That's why I
Norman
told
Duck.
him. That's why I told him in the beginning. You can't look at a happy turn of chance as a business move because it's not. The only reason you got the Devin Haney fight is because those two other fights fell through. You weren't
Okay.
even part. You weren't part of that plan. In other words, when you turn down the Matchroom money, it's not because you're thinking I'm going to get the Devin Haney money. There was no Devin Haney money. There wasn't any. You weren't in the same conversation. You're conflating two things that happened at separate times. That's what you're doing. When you
Not
turn down
even.
the Matchroom money, when you turn down the Matchroom money, there was no other money. There was no other offer on the table for you to do anything.
Wait, Franklin, please explain. What are you doing? I'm interested.
Well,
at this point.
I'm getting. It's like 5 versus 1. I mean, So
Okay. Answer. What were you doing?
I'll go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
It'll just be me and you, Frank. It'll just be me and you.
Yeah. What is your argument?
My argument. So the Brian Norman stuff, right?
Yes.
If
What
you
is your
go-
argument? What's your
Brian
argument?
Norman, the last fight he was making,
What's
and
your
that was probably
argument?
the most money he
What
had
is your
made,
argument? No, say what
was
your argument is.
100K. It was
That's not an
100K.
argument. That's not
It
an
was
argument.
100K,
What's your
and you
argument?
got offered
Man.
1.2 in your next fight. So if that's not enough for you, what is, like, why is that not enough for you? That's not a low ball. That's way more than you've ever made in your career. That's the definition. It can't be a low ball.
So you're saying that Norman is the duck in that situation?
Yes.
That's
Like,
your argument.
literally.
And it's supported by what? What's your evidence?
What the fuck? They literally said they turned it down. What do you mean? What's my evidence?
What I'm saying that it is Ennis who ducked Norman. Actually, I called them both ducks, but it's
You're
still
saying
Ennis
he's
is a
ducking
duck.
because of a low ball. Low ball. That's
No,
what you're saying.
what
is a
I'm
duck.
saying is that Ennis is a duck because they should have gave him, they should have just acquiesced and made the fight. So
Why?
lowballing him
Whoa.
Excuse
That's
me?
a different thing. Why should he have just acquiesced to you?
because he wanted to make the fight. He has Turkey
I'm
Ali's
paying.
backing, right?
Hold on.
Does he
I'm
have Turkey
paying
Ali's
you.
backing or not? Didn't you guys
Hold on.
are saying he
Hold on.
has
You're
all
getting
this? He has
100. Hold
Turkey
on.
Ali's
How is
backing.
this not counting as it though? You're saying I'm getting from 100K. You're going to 1.2, and you want more than that shit?
And how much did he make for fighting Jin Sasaki?
Not that. I know that for sure.
He made $1 million.
So
Which is
hold on,
less
wait.
than 1.2.
But that fight wasn't on the table at the time though. He didn't even fight Jin Sasaki after that.
But
offer. He
you're
fought,
trying to tell me he turned down the most money, which is 1.2,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And
the
then
most
he
money
ends
he
up
would have made in his
making
career.
the same for a
Two fights later.
basically a gimme. No,
Hold on.
because you're
2
saying he
fights
turned down
later.
the most money. Your argument is that
Yes.
he's a duck because he turned down 1.2, but yet in his
Yes.
next fight for a lesser opponent,
That
he makes
wasn't
$1
his
million.
next fight.
So
That
that's
wasn't
not
his
a
next
smart
fight.
move.
His
That wasn't his
promoter
next
didn't
fight.
even pay him that money. It was a dude in Japan.
It doesn't matter.
And
Yes,
that
it
wasn't his
does.
next fight though. That
Because
wasn't his
if
next
you're
fight. His next
open,
fight was Derek Quavos. Hold on. I remember this too because we laughed at it that week. His next fight was Derek Quavos on a Michaela Mayer undercard.
And how much did
He
he
did
make
not get
then?
He did not get $1 million for that. I know damn well he was not getting $1 million for that.
But he did with Sasaki, right? A lesser opponent,
So
right?
so
and
wait.
he
So
went
wait.
on the road, and his promoter didn't pay him
Hold
the
on,
$1
hold
million,
on.
Did he
bro.
make-
Come on.
Did he make
Ignacio.
about the
Ignacio,
same
I'm fine
money
with you.
as what Ennis offered him for a
Ignacio, I'm fine with
unification?
Are you telling me?
I'm getting
wait,
tag team here. I mean, I can. If
no,
you
that's
want
why I'm
tag
telling
team, go
Ignacio
ahead.
to quiet down. I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now. You're telling me that no, this is an underpay. This is obviously that because 2 fights later, you got Jin Sasaki in the ring. Even though at the time, no, you didn't get any of that. They were lowballing you, even though they were giving you 1.2 million and your most money you ever made was 100K. That's a lowball.
Right.
They should just acquiesce to whatever he's saying. Because even though by all means at this time, we're overpaying you. Nobody has given you that money. Top Rank is not giving you that money. You had to go over as a Japan to a different promoter to get that money. But we were lowballing you.
Well, he ends up making the same amount of money they were offering him for a way lesser opponent. I think that's a smart
ends
move.
up doing
Is
it
that
in
not
the
a smart
future.
move?
Hold a minute.
He
When
ends
you
up
ask me
doing
the
it in the
questions,
future.
you're not making an argument. You want to ask me questions.
Okay.
So let me ask you the question.
Okay.
Is that not a smart move?
No, It is not a smart
It's
move
not
to
a smart.
hope.
Wait.
Hold on.
No, answer the question. Just answer
You're
the question.
hoping.
No,
Again,
just
it's
answer.
hope.
I asked you a question. I answered yours. You answer mine. Right?
Yes,
Isn't that
I
how
did,
it
and I
should
just
work?
told you no.
Okay. No, you said it wasn't a smart move to make
No,
the same amount of money for a lesser opponent.
because you're saying this is a future move. Like you're like, what's it called? You're acting like the Jin Sasaki fight was right there the second while he was negotiating with Boots, and that's not true.
That's a duck because you don't want to fight the best.
That's like what you're trying to say is basically oh yeah, because Brian Norman got this in the future, and it wasn't in the future at the time he got the Boots offer. It's a smart move.
Right.
No, it's not. Did he know
But
it was
that's why
on the
you have
table
a
at that
team,
time?
right? That's why you
No.
have people around you that advise you, right? They say, hey, man, you know what? We're let's go a different direction. We're gonna make more in the
what
future.
you're doing,
gambling on yourself.
No. What this is, I mean, like everybody knows what this is called. This is called a revisionist version of history. The Boots negotiations are almost 2 years old, almost. And almost 2 years ago, none of this money that he ran into was on the table at the time. So you're not turning it down for more money because Jin Sasaki wasn't even in the conversation. That's not until many, many months later. And the Devin Haney stuff, that's not until a year and a half later. So when you turn down Boots and they're overpaying you more than your own promoter pays you, that's not a low ball because your own promoter doesn't pay you that. He doesn't pay you anywhere near that. He pays you a few $100,000 at a time, if that. That's not a low ball.
Yeah, he bet on himself. You know, in the gamble. It was a gamble.
But why are
Did
you
he take?
changing?
Is it a gamble? Yes.
First, you told me your starting statement for Brian Norman is that they lowballed him. No, you can't lowball a fighter by offering him a career high purse.
If he believes that the fight is worth more, then yes, it's a lowball.
Yeah, he could believe pigs fly. His beliefs are not a metric for what you offer for a fight. Money is a metric for what you offer for a fight, not beliefs. Ticket sales.
Right.
Ticket sales.
Okay. And he gambled, right? He gambled and made, and now he's making more money. So it was a smart move.
If he had to gamble, that's not the debate. That's not what's being debated.
That is the debate.
Whether or not he came.
Because
no,
this
that's
all
not
started
the
because I
debate.
said
That's
it was
not
a
the
smart
debate.
move.
The debate. The debate was whether or not it's a duck. That was the debate. Whether or not it's a duck. Yes, by every metric, it was a duck. Not whether or not you came out okay or it all worked out in the end. No, at the time you were offered the fight. Was there something comparable on the table for you? No.
Well, you're arguing that it's not a duck because you believe that the money is not a low ball offer, right?
My question is when he fought Derek Cuevas, the first time that he turns down the offer from Matchroom, when he fought Derek Cuevas, did he get anything near what he was asking for? No, because your promoter doesn't pay you that. So you can't look at a career high purse that is many times over what you normally make and say, well, this is a low ball. No, a low ball means you're offering me under what I'm worth. They offered you over what you were worth. That's where the term pricing yourself out comes from.
Says who?
What do you mean says who? Brian Norman never made one.
Do you know how much the fight was worth?
Brian Norman never made $1.7 million.
But they're talking about the fight. How much was the fight itself worth? Because what I remember is Norman Sr. felt like Jaron Ennis, okay, the zone is giving so much so much money to Jaron Ennis, so we want to get as much as that money as we can get.
Well, you're not on equal footing because, no. All right, I could kill that right now. You're not on equal footing with them. Otherwise, you'd be making the offers. You didn't offer anything. You're not on equal footing with Jaron Ennis. You're not. That's why his promoter's making the offer, and that's why all your promoter's doing is watching.
Yeah, and they felt that the fight was worth more than they were getting.
The real problem is that you have B tier fighters that have A side demands. That's what the problem is.
No, I mean, when was Caleb Plant ever worth $10 million?
Brian is a B tier fighter. Brian is a B tier fighter, and Caleb Plant's
that has nothing to do with what he gets paid.
Caleb Plant's
is
demand
Caleb Plant a $10 million fighter?
As astronomical as his demand was, it still made more sense than what Brian Norman did, because in the end, you didn't unify anything, proving that you didn't want to unify anything. I mean, that was my starting point. Brian doesn't want to unify. Brian doesn't care about Undisputed. Brian doesn't want to fight Boots. Barrios didn't offer you anything. Stanionis didn't offer you anything. And your promoter didn't offer them anything. because y'all wasn't trying to do that.
Well,
And when you're in
Brian Norman said
negotiations, when you're in
all they wanted was
negotiations with Boots,
500,000 extra. That's what he said. He said all we wanted was 500, and they were unwilling.
I
And so
want
you would have to
Sydney
say,
Sweeney. I want Sydney Sweeney to sit on my face. Asking doesn't mean that
right?
that's going to happen.
And they felt
Want
that
doesn't
Duran and
give.
his team
Want
it
doesn't.
wasn't
What you
serious.
felt, all right, but what you felt was wrong because you're not worth that. And by every quantifiable metric, you weren't worth that. And because
Well, a
Turkey
lot
is
of
all of a
fighters aren't
sudden
worth it, but they have the
Turkey
belt.
because Turkey is all of a sudden overpaying you like what 2 years after those negotiations fell through. That still doesn't mean you're worth that. You just got lucky.
It's not about worth. It's about was it smart? Was it a good
It's
move?
you know what's smart. You know what's smart. Smart is taking the gamble like Holyfield took the gamble. Holyfield took the short money with Mike Tyson because he believed he would win, and he was right. Eventually, he was right. That's gambling. What Brian Norman did was duck. You ducked. That's
And
all.
you can say Duran Ennis ducked. He has a pattern of this. Well, we know Duran Ennis ducked. You admitted he ducked Murtazaliev.
Yeah. He
That's
ducked
what I'm saying.
Murtazaliev.
Like,
No. He ducked Murtazaliev. I never denied that. But that doesn't change that Brian ducked him.
No, Brian Norman.
Yeah, that doesn't change that.
Well, that's what you believe, and I'm sure Brian Norman's team and his fans believe.
Those two things.
No, that's your belief.
Because Boots ducks Murtazaliev. That doesn't go back in the past and
I'm
change
saying
anything.
a pattern. Exactly. I said there's a pattern of Duran Ennis fighting nobody.
Brian ducked Boots. Brian ducked Boots.
That's the belief
Boots
you have.
ducked Murtazaliev.
Not a fact.
Yeah, no, it is a duck. It actually
is
a duck.
You believe
no,
it's a
duck. It's a duck. You asked for more money than you were worth.
You have to admit it's your belief.
And after you asked for more money than you were worth at the time, and even more money than you're worth now, because you're still not a $1.7 million fighter, believe it or not. If you do a show right now,
worth 36 million?
If you do a show, it's not going to generate that. Once again, Turkey is not the example of market value because he pays everybody above market value. So that's not an example of anything. If you do a Brian Norman show anywhere in the country, I promise you it's not doing 1.7 because he's already done. Because he's already done shows.
You're trying to say that it's a duck because he's not worth it, but we know that's not the case. That's not how it works. You're using a bad example.
That's not how what works.
You're trying to say it's a duck. Your argument is that Brian Norman is ducking.
It's a duck because they offered you.
It's a belief. You have a belief.
It's a duck because they offered you.
Let's make it clear. It's a belief.
More money than you were making at the time, and instead of taking that money, you literally chose to fight a lesser fighter in Derek Cuevas for less money.
And make the same amount that Ennis was offering you fighting Jin Sasaki, a way lesser fighter.
I don't know that they made the same amount. I don't know that. Where is that verified? Since you're so big on verifying things, where is it verified that he got $1.7 million for Jin Sasaki?
No, $1 million, something like $1 million.
Where's that verified? Show me.
They offered him 1.2 though. That's still less than what he got offered by Eddie Hearn. By the way,
let me look.
Show me.
I seen it.
Yeah, look it up and link me. And if it's not 1.7, it's a duck.
And it's like you duck.
No, I mean at the end of the day, making fights that against Brian Norman. But you have a belief. It's not a concrete fact.
No.
You have a belief that it was
no. You have a belief. I'm only stating facts. Brian Norman.
That's not a fact that he does.
I'm only stating
it's your
facts
belief
that
it's a duck.
Brian Norman was not making anywhere in the neighborhood of $1.7 million for a fight at the time. That's one.
I agree with
2,
that.
You turned down the fight. You turned down the 1.7 so you could go fight a lesser fighter who's not a champion, right? Who's not even a top contender. And you chose to fight him for less money by every quantifiable metric that constitutes a duck, turning down a difficult fight for an easier one. Yeah, you did that. You did it twice. You did it with Derek Cuevas.
No,
you did it with Derek Cuevas, and you did it with Jin Sasaki. Those are not top contenders. They're not top contenders. They're not. They're not
good money for guys, beatable guys.
Champions. They're not. Are you debating whether or not it was smart or whether or not it was a duck?
Who did Duran in this fight? Who did Duran Ennis fight?
Stanionis for the lineal title.
Who was that guy?
He fought a champion.
Did he fight David Avanesian and Lima Bean?
Wait. Yes, he fought David Avanesian, and you know what he was, right? He was ranked ahead of Jin Sasaki. He was ranked ahead of Derek Cuevas. He was in the top 10. He was a top contender.
Or you think he was a good
Since you
opponent?
it's not that I think. It's not what about. I thought you didn't care about beliefs. I'm sticking to the facts. That dude was in the top 10. The guys Brian fought.
But you don't
were not
believe
in
he
the
was a
top
good
10.
fighter.
It doesn't
No,
matter
you're
what I
saying that.
believe. It doesn't matter what I believe. Are we going off of beliefs or are we going off of facts? Because when I say something I believe, you don't like it. But if I stick to the facts, you don't like that either.
What's the fact? You're saying that David Adesian is good because
the fact
ranked?
is that he was ranked ahead. Hey, David Adesian beat an Olympian and Josh Kelly. Who did Derek Cuevas beat?
Well, look, that wasn't a quality opponent. You can't sit there with a straight face and tell me that was a quality opponent.
What, David Avanesian?
Yeah.
Why not?
But Jin Sasaki was.
No, I never said. I said that's why I said it was a great move to get good money to beat up Jin Sasaki.
Great duck. No, it was a great duck.
Okay, wait.
That's not a duck to get good money to fight that guy.
No, it's a duck. It's a duck because one, you didn't make 1.7 million. You didn't. You want to make a bet?
But you're acting like Ennis is not a duck because he went on face of Killers, which he didn't. If he went and fought killer after killer,
do you want to make a bet? Let's make a bet. The bet is, I want you to show me. Did he make $1.7 million for Jin Sasaki or Derek Cuevas? Did he make that same money that he was on?
No.
He didn't. Oh, he didn't.
So what's the bet? What's the bet?
Well, the bet was that if you could show me that, I'll give you $100. If you could show me that he made the same money.
I never said he did.
So it's a duck then. You fought for less money. You fought lesser fighters for less money. It's a duck.
But then you have to prove that Jerron went and fought some great fighters. Oh, come on. Now you're being disingenuous.
Jerron unified his division. He unified his division. Did Brian do that?
Scared.
No, he fought bums. I never said that he fought killers, but you're making it seem like Jerron went on a run of fighting killer after killer. Like, you're trying to say Norman fighting scrubs.
Those were never my words, so that's a straw man argument. I don't even know what you're arguing.
No, you put that on me. You said
Jerron Ennis wanted to unify. Jerron Ennis proved that he was serious about unifying his division because he was the only champion at the time making offers to the other champions. And out of the champions that were around at that time, he's the only one that unified, not Brian.
Okay. And what's your point about that?
So what the point is, Brian never wanted to unify. He wasn't serious about fighting Boots. Never wanted to unify with nobody. You didn't make an offer to nobody.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I told you.
I mean, you're with one of the. No, I don't think they both duck. I think that Brian Norman ducked Boots. I'm focusing on those two. Whatever happens with Murtazaliev doesn't change that Brian ducked.
That's a belief you have. You can't keep saying it like a fact.
That's a belief that you have. You act like it's just a belief that I have. It's a belief that you have that he didn't. More people believe what I believe because I'm right and you're wrong.
That Jerron Ennis lowballed him because he really didn't want to fight.
I could take a poll right now.
A poll on your channel is not going to prove anything. That doesn't.
But I don't understand though. Like, what's
the? Wait. That's not going to prove anything. But what are you proving?
No.
What are you?
I'm proving that Ennis is a duck.
Well, he didn't. Maybe he ducked Murtazaliev. Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm sure if we bring Norman Sr. and his team, and we have Norman Sr. fans, they're gonna feel that Jerron Ennis is a duck.
Speaking of Norman Sr., when Norman Sr. addressed the situation, all he said was they wanted more money, and since they couldn't get it, they walked. That's what he said. It's on camera.
Yeah, and the back and forth with the Ennis wasn't serious, and he's running gangs.
And what was he at the time? What, a $200,000, if that, $300,000 fighter?
Never.
But that's not what it's about. You know that. Stop.
It is though.
You're saying he wasn't worth it, so he shouldn't get it.
Yeah,
no, it's not. Fighters get way overpaid all the time when they're not worth it. Just because they have a title.
No, only American fighters are getting overpaid.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You can say what you want, but that's
hold on,
true.
Ignacio. Hold on,
Ignacio. Say all only American.
Your excuse. Can I ask you, Frank?
It's not an excuse.
Frank, let me ask. So your whole thing for why this is a duck is because fighters get overpaid all the time, and Boots and Eddie Hearn should have overpaid Brian Norman even more. Because remember, he never made that money before.
Yeah,
so even more they were doing before.
Yes, it should have happened. Yes,
that is retarded. Yes. I'm sorry, that's dumb. Why is
not dumb?
I gotta
because
pay more?
But they did it for Stanley.
Now he's making more, so it was a smart move, which proves it's not dumb.
Do you know why it's retarded? Advocating for what Frank is advocating for is the reason that Haney versus Prograis was built as a pay-per-view. I don't understand why only Americans do this. Only Americans do this.
Don't put me in that box. You know I don't think like that.
Yes, I'm putting you in that box because only Americans have
No,
this
you know
bizarre
come on.
fixation. Only Americans have this bizarre fixation with fighters' purses and demanding that they get paid above market value.
I'm not doing that. Stop. Don't put me in that.
Which is why America has more pay-per-views than anybody. Because a
Okay,
bunch
you're
of
putting
fighters
me in a
want
box.
money. A bunch of fighters
Where-
want money that they're not good for. And I don't even know what you're arguing. Like, I don't know if you're being silly or not. Because it's like, yeah, you weren't.
No,
worth
you're
that
trying to
money. How
say
do I
now
know?
I'm this American audience that argues for the fighters making money.
You're the stereotype. You're the
No,
stereotype.
don't. Nah, fuck
you
that, dude.
are.
Come on, that's not
You
true.
are the stereotype.
No.
You are.
Hey, does
No,
anybody
the
want to
argument is
understand
about if
Roman
Jerron
Cavaliers
Ennis
last
is a
fight
duck or
before
not.
Boots?
You're the guy who's so worried about a fighter's purse that you're willing to
I
sacrifice
know. I
a
don't
fight.
argue that. No,
You're
I
willing
don't
to
care.
sacrifice a fight that you're supposed to want to see as a consumer of
I
boxing.
do want
Your
to see it.
concern,
Yes,
your
I
concern
do.
is always supposed to be whether or not the fight gets made. Your concern is not supposed to be
No,
Brian's
all I
bank
disagree
account.
with you on. No, all I disagree
Your
with you
concern
on.
is oh, he was low
Can I
ball.
say what I want to say?
You're offering $100,000 fighter at best,
All I
1.7 million.
Stop saying he's
all
a
I
$100,000
disagree.
fighter when his
The chance
contract
to become
minimum
a
changed when he became a
millionaire.
champion.
The chance
His
to
pay
become
changed
a,
when he became a champion.
what did he get paid for Derek Cuevas then?
More than 100,000.
Did he get paid
Because his
1.7?
contract minimum changed when you become a champion.
If you don't stop filibustering, I already know that. Either you're going to answer the question or I'm going to kick you off the panel. It's very simple. Did he get paid 1.7 million for Derek?
No, he did not get paid 1.7 million.
Did he get paid 1.7 million for Jin Sasaki?
He did not get paid 1.7 million for Jin Sasaki.
And stop wasting my time.
No, it's wasting your time because you only care about the fact that
there you go, bro. There you go. Okay, I don't have time for you guys. I don't. You guys fall in love with fighters all the time. I'm a boxing fan. I only care about boxing. I don't even like Boots that much, which is why this is nauseating that I have to defend this fucking guy.
No,
but the
and you're putting me in this entire bracket that I don't belong in.
The fact of the matter is, Brian ducked him. You were not making anywhere
That's
near
your belief,
what
right?
you were offered. It's not my belief that you were only making a few $100,000 at the time. I saw the California State Athletic Commission sheet that shows what you claimed, what you had to claim, and it was nowhere near a million or 1.7 million, which is really closer to 2 million. It was nowhere near that. So at the time you reject a purse that is what 3-4 times your biggest purse, you don't have any other offers on the table from anyone comparable to this one. You don't have a good reason to have turned down that fight. You just didn't. And if 2 years later you fall first into money with Devin, that doesn't change that you duck Boots. That doesn't change that. You can't rewrite history.
It does. It means Jerron wasn't serious. Again,
Jerron wasn't serious. Jerron wasn't serious because a Saudi Arabian sheik that overpays every fighter he uses 2 years later decided to use Norman after 2 other fights fell through. Are you joking?
No. Norman gambled on himself and won. That's all I meant. It's not a duck if it would have been a duck. It would have been a duck if the gamble didn't pay off.
No, it's a duck. It's a duck because you weren't in negotiations with Saudi or Turkey or Devon at the time you turned down that money. You didn't turn. You're making it seem like Brian turned down less money for more money. No, he didn't, because that money wasn't even on offer yet. And at that time, Devon was getting ready for a Ryan Garcia rematch. That had nothing to do with Brian.
No, what I'm saying is Ennis looks bad. That's who looks the worst in the situation.
Brian looks bad.
And in my opinion,
Brian looks
bad.
That's
your opinion. That's your opinion. Okay. And listen, just like the opinion, look, most of this thing.
No. Here's the thing. Opinion. No, here's the thing, Frank. You just said that's my opinion. Okay, but if I go around the panel, and I tell you other people's opinions, then you want to put your 2 fingers in your ears.
No, I listen. I'm answering their questions.
Okay, so Virtuoso, who ducked who? Did Brian duck Boots?
Brian definitely ducked Boots. He didn't want none.
All right, let me go to Ray. Ray, did Brian duck Boots?
Really? Look, he did.
Come
but
on, did yes or no?
he did. He
duck
did. He
him?
did. He ducked them.
Okay,
But Jesus,
that's
are we
it.
still on
Let's
this?
try to keep it simple because these conflated arguments are silly. Jason, did Brian duck Boots?
Yes. What are we doing here?
Ignacio, did Brian duck Boots?
Yes.
Country, did Brian duck Boots?
Of course he did.
I love how Country said that. Matter of fact, Herb, did Brian duck Boots?
Well done. Well done.
And I'm sure if we went to
I don't know what we're doing.
I'm sure if we went to an objective panel, look, and Ring, if we went to an objective panel that wasn't your panel, we went to a Norman panel, they'd probably all say Ennis duck. Like, what is the point of asking people
Honestly, there is no objective panel.
that are not objective?
Let me do this. One, it's not an objective panel because it's full of Brian Norman fans.
That's what I said. If you came where I was at, it was Norman fans. They're all going to say Ennis duck. How's that being objective?
The reason I brought up other people's opinions is because you're the one who said, "Well, that's my opinion." All I'm telling you is, yeah, other people got other opinions. That's not a defense.
No, I said you have what you claim is an opinion.
Well, that's not you. What you said was, well, that's not a duck in my opinion, and I'm saying, well, you know that other people
because I'm clarifying that it's just opinion, just like.
But
because you're saying it's a fact.
Everything I said
you
is
claim yours is a fact.
You were not a $1.7 million fighter. You did not have $1.7 million on offer. You were not in negotiations to fight Devin Haney. You were not in contact with Turkey El Sheikh. So at the time that you reject this purse, that is many times over your highest payday, that is little more than a duck because you're not a fortune teller. I'm the fortune teller. You're not a fortune teller. You didn't know that Ryan was going to lose to Rolly. You didn't know that.
Yeah, Quasimodo predicted all of this.
Fuck, you know what I'm saying?
But
you didn't know that Teofimo would reject the $11 million to fight Devin Haney. Brian Norman was not privy to any of this, so that cannot be the premise for him turning down an offer from Matchroom. You didn't know any of that. That was that was a full year after you rejected that money. It doesn't justify what you did before. It
absolutely does. How does it not? If you gamble on yourself,
I'll interject real quick.
You're taking a gamble. Well, can I finish my plan? It's like 3 against 1. Okay. You said my opinion, right? And I said my opinion because I'm highlighting that yours is an opinion just as well. That's what I meant by when I said my opinion. That the Norman is or isn't a duck is pure opinion, and you're calling him a duck. All you have is an opinion, and you're trying to say that's your opinion. It's not a fact, and you're trying to say that it's a fact.
It's a fact that it's a duck.
Well, ask the panel: is it a fact? Is it a clear? Is it a fact?
Let me ask the panel. Real talk. Is it a fact? Is it a fact? Real talk that Brian Gore-Tex ducked chancletas?
Brian Duck.
There it is. It's a fact. Okay, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Ray, is it a fact?
Say it with your mouth.
Ray, is it a fact that Brian Gore-Tex duck boots?
It is the textbook definition of a duck. Don't know why we're doing this exercise in futility, but cool.
So it's not an opinion?
No, it's a duck. It's a plain old.
No,
duck.
let me. Ray, is it an opinion or a fact?
All right, now let me.
Can I counter?
You can't. No, you can't. You know why you can't counter? Because a duck is characterized by specific things. That's what makes it a duck. So when you turn down more money for less money, for a lesser opponent, an easier fight, that's what makes it a duck. Otherwise, why even use the word? A duck in the sport of boxing has context. What guys like Frank like to do is pretend that they don't know the context so that they have room for their silly arguments. When a duck is not hard to understand, you turned down a difficult fight for an easier one. You did that twice. You did it with Derek Cuevas, and you did it with Jin Sasaki. And you didn't even make the money that was on offer for Boots with them. You didn't make that money. So that's a duck. Very simple.
Turning down. So let me get this straight. A duck is 1, turning down a tough fight, right? Is that what it is? Is it a tough fight, championship fight?
Yeah,
What's
tough
the
fight. Yeah, tough
quantification?
fight.
Unification.
Well, some people don't think a tough fight is a certain thing. Can you be more clear about it?
So also, well, let me ask, what do you think? Do you think that Boots is a better opponent than
No,
Jin
no, no.
Suzuki?
You're the one defining what a duck is, so I'm asking you. I'm just
Okay.
asking you.
All right. So if you're asking me, right, then don't try to switch it up.
Because you
Okay,
you say
no,
these
you're
are
asking
facts,
me.
so I
Yeah,
want you
yeah.
to
You're
give me
okay. So let me characterize the fact.
the
The
fact.
fact of the matter
Mhm.
is that Boots is a top-rated opponent and a world champion at the time, which Derek Cuevas and Jin Suzuki are not. They're not even they weren't even in the top 10 at the time. Boots was a higher rated fighter. Boots was a world champion. More difficult fight than them. You need me to hold your hand through this, though, is the weird part. You need
No,
me
I
to
just
tell
want you to
you.
clarify what your fact is for
Okay.
a duck.
Okay,
You're
it's
out, you know.
is it what is it or is it not a fact that Boots was a world champion at the time?
When he was going with Norman,
Yeah. Well, did he have a title at
Romero's
the
a
time?
champ, so I don't know what your point is.
Did he have a title at the time?
Rolly's
Yes
a
or no?
welterweight champ, so what's your point?
That's cool. Are we talking about Rolly?
I said, yeah, he is, but are you trying to say because he was a world
Okay,
champ
so
that
I'm saying
that's what does that mean when Rolly's a champ?
okay, that's awesome. Boots is who we're talking about, though. Boots is a world champion. Now, are you saying that you cannot distinguish Boots as being a better fighter than a Derek Cuevas? Is that your
This
argument?
is not on me. This is on you. You are telling me what a duck is.
Yeah,
So
I'm telling
your
you.
first criteria for a duck is that it's a tough fight. So I'm saying, well, what's a tough fight? Is it just because he's a world champion that's a tough fight? And then you said, well, Boots was a world champion. You said, and I threw at you, well, Rolly Romero's a champion. You're saying, so what?
You gotta have children to have this level of patience, bro.
Yeah, and I have too, because this is silly. His argument seems to rest on him not being able to distinguish that Boots is a better fighter than Jin Suzuki or
No, that I obviously I have my idea.
Can I ask you a question? Because see, you want to put it on me, so okay, I'll say
yeah, you're
Boots
the arbiter of duck.
Okay,
you're telling what you know what a duck is factually,
that's what I'm trying
and
to
not
do.
just
Well,
opinion based.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so
yeah.
Boots is a better fighter since you don't seem to understand because you don't
No,
really understand boxing.
Come on,
No, you don't. You need me to tell you.
Shut the fuck up.
You need me to tell you
sentence,
because
bro.
you don't really understand anything, right? You want me to hold your hand through it. Okay, let me help you. Boots is a better fighter than a Derek Cuevas. Not simply because he has a title, but it helps that he has a title because that would have made it a more meaningful fight for Brian if unifying meant anything for Brian. I've been saying that it didn't, which is why he fought Derek Cuevas and Jin Suzuki. But so you understand, Frank, since you can't on your own, because I tried to ask you, but you can't on your own. You need me to tell you. You need me to tell you that you need me to tell you that Boots is a better fighter than Derek Cuevas. It's a tougher fight than Derek. You need to appease me to acknowledge that Boots is a more difficult fight. I have to be because that's what you've been. That's what you've been doing. I'm giving you the energy that you give me now. Since you need me, need me to hold your hand and explain that Boots is a better fighter than a Derek Cuevas, because you can't see that for yourself.
Well, now you're missing the point.
That's how we got here. You need other people. You need other people to tell you.
Let's stick to the duck. What's a duck, Julius? What's a duck? Because a duck is a tough fight.
A duck is when you avoid a tough fight for an easier one. That's a duck.
And what's a tough fight? What's a tough fight?
A fight where you may not win, where the bookies and the odds makers may not favor you to win. That is a duck.
And that's why he gambled on himself. He gambled not to unify and go around using that belt for a bargaining chip, trying to get a little pay.
So now, this is the point I wanted to hang on. This is the point I wanted to make earlier with the whole gambling.
Money doesn't come into play.
No, brother, you had your time to talk. It's my turn now. He bet on himself.
Well, he was asking me questions,
bro. Like, what? If you have to do a fucking detective style, like, oh, this happened and this happened, and then he murdered her, and then
no, it's simple. I don't need to be a detective.
If you
have
to do all this convoluted bullshit,
I'm not doing convoluted.
Get to the point where
you are.
Let somebody finish.
If you have to do all this convoluted bullshit.
Well, this is. That's how I know. No, wait. Let me say this, Jason. That's how you know that Frank is a fucking Democrat, because that's what AOC
I am a Democrat.
How did I know?
You can smell him.
I'm a liberal Democrat.
Listen. They are the weakest
Does that make you
Democrats are
superior because you're
evil.
on the right? Like
Yes,
I
it
don't
does.
fall for the right and left
It
bullshit.
Oh my
does. I
god, no.
am. Jason, the floor
Well,
is
that's
yours.
bias. You're just biased.
No,
You're
I'm
being
right
biased.
and you're wrong.
Yes.
And that's the
Okay.
way it is.
I was just gonna say, you got you with a convoluted
Didn't know
bullshit.
he was a Democrat.
Bro, you can smell it
Instead
on
of
him, bro.
filibustering, just make your argument. What are you trying to argue against
It
me
smell
about?
like bitch in here.
That's your upper lip, homie.
All right,
Oh,
let's
because
just
I
chill.
I did
Let's
I just
chill
eat my
out for a
girl out.
second.
You're right.
All right,
Nope,
bro.
it's
Yeah,
good.
let's relax.
So
Let's relax.
I don't know who even talking. There's like 5 of you against me, but look, man,
Yeah,
my
no
point.
one likes you.
Good.
But
Nah, we
yeah,
That's
feel
what I'm
you
cool,
say
here
you're
man.
with
for.
someone who knows a thing or two.
Why do I need to be liked? Why do I need to be liked by you? What does that matter?
No,
Are
you
we
don't.
are
You
we
don't have to,
talking a
little
point?
mama. No, you
Are
don't
we
have
talking
to.
a point?
Don't crash out now. Hold on now.
I'm not. I mean, you're saying like a school kid. Nobody likes you, bro. Like, what do I care?
I do not sound
You
like
clearly
that.
do because you got
You
real
did.
fat.
You said
I
nobody
do
likes you.
not
Like,
sound like
okay,
that.
isn't that like what a
Yo,
fourth grader
let's.
says? Nobody likes you. Like, and like, okay, I
No,
was
yeah,
just
no one
talking. We're
does
talking
though.
boxing. You don't like somebody on a boxing opinion? Like, that's kind of weak. You
Well, that's
sound weak as
that's
fuck with
literally
that.
why you're arguing.
Yeah, we're talking boxing, but you can't handle it. I mean,
No, I didn't say
where did
that.
I
Where did
hurt
you
your
get that
feelings?
from?
Where did I hurt your feelings that you don't like me?
Where did you get that from?
Where did I
I didn't
hurt
say
your
I
feelings?
didn't like you. I said no one
Bro,
does.
where did I hurt your feelings that you don't like me?
You didn't hurt my feelings. Don't. You're not
Okay,
that
then why
special.
do you dislike me? What, like, who says that?
You're a
Bro, I
Democrat.
like you. I like
No,
you,
you're a
bro.
Democrat. That's why.
Oh, okay. So you're biased. You can't think outside the
Yeah.
box.
Yes,
You
I
can't
am
see other
biased.
people's opinions.
Yes, I am biased. And then
Good. So you can't see other people's opinions again,
no, I
right?
can. That
You're
doesn't
afraid?
mean that
Are
no.
you afraid of
Being
a
biased doesn't
Democrat?
mean you can't see
Are you
someone's opinion,
afraid?
bro.
Are you afraid of a Democrat?
Are
Like, what
you
is it
gonna
you
let
have
someone
against a
answer your
Democrat?
dumbass questions, or are you just gonna filibuster?
Why are they dumb? I'm just asking you. You have something against Democrats. What are you afraid of?
Are you done?
Yeah. What are you
Okay,
afraid
you're
of?
gonna let me answer, or are you gonna interrupt
Yes.
me?
What are you afraid of?
No one's afraid of anything. Is that your
Well,
question?
you say you don't like me, so that's almost
That
fear
doesn't
based.
mean I'm
Go ahead.
afraid of you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you done? You gonna calm down?
I say yes. You won't go.
Okay. Now shut the fuck up.
Nah, don't go there. Like, be civil. Come on. I said we're talking
Well,
boxing.
you're literally asking 21 questions because someone said
I'm not. I
no one
said
likes
go.
you. Like, you
Go.
want to talk about being civil? Shut the fuck up
Go.
and let someone finish. How about
Okay.
that?
Yes. Obviously,
That's
you're
being
emotional.
civil.
Can't control yourself.
When you shut the fuck up and you let someone finish their point, that's being civil. Don't
You
come
haven't
here
made a
trying to
point.
tell someone anything
You
because
haven't
you're
made a
not
point.
civil,
That's
bro.
the problem. You haven't made a point. What's your point?
The point is, Brian Norman wasn't worth what he was asking.
Says who?
Therefore, it's a duck.
Says
That's
who?
called pricing yourself out. You never heard that before?
Says who?
What do you
The
mean? Says
ratings
who?
on. Hang
Says
on,
the
hang on, hang on. I
market.
got this.
Says
I got
what
this. I
he's
got
worth.
this.
Had he ever made
You
anything like that
know how
before?
much the fights are worth? Do you have the figures in front of you? Like, tell me.
When has Brian Norman ever made anything like that?
No, you're trying to prove that he's not worth it. Well, prove to me he's
I'm
not
not
worth
trying
it.
to prove that.
Says
That's
who?
what I'm.
You said
You
he's
want me
not
to
worth it, and I said,
substantiate that? Are
says
you
who?
asking me to
Is that your
substantiate
opinion
that?
or is that a fact?
Are you
Is that an
asking me to
opinion or is it a fact?
substantiate that?
Again, it's on you to prove to me that he's not worth it. You
No, it's
claiming
not.
he's
The
not.
reason why, what proves that is his track record, is what he's made up until that point. That's what
According to
proves
who?
that.
According to who?
What the fuck are you talking about? According to who? That's not a
Well, what are your?
fucking question to be asked at that point. What are you
Where did you
talking
get this
about?
information? Where did you get this information? What information are you using to come to this conclusion?
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm asking you to. Where did you come to this conclusion?
Brian, it's a fact that Brian Norman had not made that much up until that point. Yes or
No,
no?
worth
Yes
is
or
not
no?
the same thing about
Yes or
money.
no? Can you answer a question for once?
No, you're talking about worth.
Yes or no?
You said he's not
Hang on.
worth
Can
it.
you answer a question for once? Because I've been fucking answering all yours. Can you slow the fuck down
Well, you already told the
and
people he
answer a
didn't.
question for a change?
Well, you already
Are you
told the people,
capable of
right?
answering a
You
question?
don't have to yell.
Are you
You told
capable
the
of
people.
answering a question?
I'm answering you. You told the people he didn't.
Had
So
he made that much up until that point? Yes or no?
you said he didn't. So I guess he didn't.
Yes or no?
I just answered you. Do you not understand? Do you not get it?
No,
I said
you're trying to say
No,
what
no,
I
he's saying
said.
no. He's saying no. He's
Answer
saying
the
no. That's
question.
literally what
you
he's
told
saying.
me
Did he
he
make that
didn't.
much?
You told me he didn't. So I'm just assuming you're right.
I should have known he was a fucking Democrat.
Dude,
I
fuck
am.
that guy.
Let's
He's
What are
not
you
chill,
trying
bro.
afraid
to,
of?
bro,
I could
bro, because he's
feel
not even
it.
trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, because the way
I
that
answered your question.
the way that Democrats argue is to exit reality. That's how they argue. The way a Democrat goes about life is to remove all the context from everything to structure the world in the image they like. So in the image that he structured, yeah, it's okay for Brian to turn down all this money. It's okay, even though there's nothing on offer. You're not actually dealing with Saudi yet. Devin was not an option for Brian at the time he turned down that money. So that can't be the reason he turned it down. The reason he turned it down is because he ducked. You wanted easy money for easy fights, and that's what you took. Very simple. That's
Did
reality.
Boots have easy money fights?
Boots had a unification match with another
But did
champion
he
at
not?
the weight,
But you said Norman had easy money fights. And so didn't Boots?
What Boots did prove is he was serious about unifying because he actually did unify. When Brian didn't want to fight him, he found another champion and fought him.
I gotta disagree with you.
You're disagreeing that he fought a champion?
No, I'm disagreeing that it's true that Jerron proved it.
Proved that he wanted to unify.
No.
Unify.
Remember what you said. This is why you got to remember what you said. You said Norman proved it.
I said Boots proved that he wanted to unify. You're not gonna filibuster over me. This is what Democrats do. I said Boots proved that he wanted to unify because he actually unified.
Okay.
Brian?
No, you said Brian proved it because he took easy money fights, right?
Yeah, he took easy money fights.
Okay,
yeah, he did.
And Boots didn't do that?
No, Boots fought a mandatory in Chukazi and he had to fight to keep his belt.
No, so you're evading the question. Did he not have easy money fights too?
Let's talk about the 3 fights that he took after Brian ducked him. He took Chukazi in for a second time because he had to. He was under orders.
That's BS.
He was under.
That was not an easy fight.
How is that? That's reality. That's reality. Chukazian was his mandatory. He was ordered to fight him, and that's why he fought him for a second.
You're trying to say it's a tough fight? Like you're saying it was a hard fight?
You're trying to say it's taking an easy fight as if that he had a choice.
As if he had a
choice. Oh, so he had to take an easy fight. Oh, I must have missed that.
What you said was it was taking an easy fight.
Well, he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat. He's not a normal person.
What do you have against Democrats?
You guys are stupid. That's why you lost. I had to vote for the Cheeto. I had to vote for the Cheeto man.
Democrats just had a blue leg.
I had to vote for the Cheeto man because of how stupid you guys are.
The Democrats just took over. Just won like 58% of the state.
They won what? They won New York, which was already blue. Congratulations.
No, all across the country they swept. What do you mean?
I don't know what red states turned blue all of a sudden. Near as I can tell, states that were already blue voted blue. Congratulations. I hope it works.
What are you afraid of about Democrats?
Do
you not see other sides?
Because you guys aren't normal. You're not normal.
Look
at what you're arguing. Think about how silly it is what you're arguing. That's not a duck. The guy turned down more money for a lesser opponent. And because you're so silly, you can't even admit that Derek Cuevas is a lesser opponent than Boots Ennis.
No,
you don't want to admit it.
Yeah, I know he's a lesser opponent. Like, I'm not stupid.
Do? So then why didn't Brian just fight Boots?
It was a low ball offer.
What is a low ball offer? Then characterize it for me. What is a low ball offer?
Just reading the news, following the boxing scene and the somewhat credible. You know how boxing is. There's a lot of rumors floating around, but according to everything, all they wanted was $500K more, and that's all. That's what they were sitting on. And at Eddie Hearn delivered.
Okay. You're not telling me what a low ball is. What is a low ball?
The low was what they were offered. Whatever they were offered wasn't worth it.
What constitutes a low ball offer? What makes it a low ball? Why is it a low ball? What makes it that?
Because they felt that they deserved more and the fight was worth more.
So you're saying that a low ball offer is if somebody feels they should get more, and if they don't get it, that's a low ball. Is that what makes it a low ball? That you feel you should get more?
Well, how else is it done?
Well, I thought a low ball offer with context is when you're being offered under market value. That's why the term is used. I've never heard anybody say what you say to describe a low ball. A low ball is very simple. If you're being offered under market value for a show or a fight, that's a low ball. That's what a low ball is.
No. Norman felt that they deserve more money because the fight was worth more.
But because he feels that he deserves something doesn't make it true.
Mhm.
There are men that think they're women, and that's not true. You don't have a
Well,
vagina. You don't have a uterus.
I mean, who knows? Science says that they are. There's
Democrat.
more than
Science
one
doesn't
gender.
say that.
Fucking
Science doesn't
Democrat.
say
And then he
that.
asked us
I'm-
what
No,
we're
you
there's
afraid
see,
of.
you
there's
see,
studies.
you see.
See,
This is
I
what I'm
think
saying.
you're just
Like that,
These
and
afraid.
he
people.
asked us
Do you see
fucking
these
questions like,
people
what
are
are you
not?
You
afraid
These
just
of?
can't
people
handle
are
it. You're
not
afraid.
normal. These people are not
No, you're just
normal.
afraid.
No,
You're
what it
afraid.
is,
Politics out
what
of
it
it all,
You're
is.
man.
afraid of what doesn't fit your bubble. That's all. Your box. What your worldview. If something
Coming
doesn't
from
fit
a
into that,
Democrat, this is
Look,
you
I'll
fucking
tell you,
ironic.
I'll tell you who was afraid. Brian was afraid, which is why he turned down a career high purse to go fight nobodies for less money. Why would you turn down? You're a prize fighter, right? So why would you turn down more money for less money? What are you afraid
again,
of?
I explained to you. They felt that the fight was worth more, and that Jerron and his
They're not the
team
one.
was
Yeah, but they're
lowballing.
not the. Yeah, but they're not the ones in charge. Otherwise, you'd
Julius,
be the ones. They're not the
when
ones
you
in
negotiate,
charge. They're not the ones in
I,
charge because you,
Julius,
if you were, you'd be the one making the
have you never
offers.
been in negotiation for anything
Yes,
like a
that's how I know
car?
they ducked. Yes, that's
But
how I know they ducked.
when you negotiate for a
Yes,
car,
actually,
they
yes. That's
they
how I know they
feel
ducked.
no. When you negotiate for a car or anything, right? That person, right? They feel they should get X amount, and you feel it's not worth it. It has nothing to do with price. It don't matter if it's $100, $1,000. Some people work because there was a clown earlier. I'm not gonna call him a clown, but he was getting upset. He said worth. He said, but money and value are not the same thing. Value and worth are different
Money and
than just
value are
factual.
not the same thing when you're negotiating for money, people. Money and value are not the same thing when
No,
you're
worth
negotiating
is not
for
the same.
money.
Worth is not the same thing
How do
as
you measure
monetary
the
value.
worth? So how do you measure the worth of a prize fighter? What do you use to measure the worth of a prize fighter?
Well, what I seen in the media, reading the articles, is they felt that Jerron Ennis was
Yeah, that's
getting
not what I
X
asked
amount.
you. That's really not what I asked you. I asked
Well,
you,
no,
how
I'm
do you
just using
measure
what
the
I
worth?
read.
How do you? Well, that
Mostly everything I do is what I read from
okay.
legitimate sources.
So that's awesome. So how do you measure the
Uh-huh.
worth of a prize fighter? Because a prize fighter is
I'm
worth
trying to
something.
answer you. I'm
Well,
trying to
then
You're
go
answer
not
ahead,
you.
answer
no,
the
because you're
question
not
and stop
telling us
dancing
your
around it.
opinion. You're telling us what you read and what you no. You're not
Well,
telling us
that's how
your
people collect
opinion.
facts, bro.
You
What
can't
do you mean?
formulate your own opinion.
What? Because I read? That's not
Oh,
formulating an
it's
No,
not.
you
opinion?
Well, I mean,
fucking
no, listen.
moron.
No, listen. We got to stop
That
wasting
sounds
time. No,
ridiculous.
listen. We got to stop wasting time on people like this because the reality of it is, right? Nothing that he says applies to anything. This has just been me collecting super chat money for about 2 hours, honestly, because they love when I have guys like this on. The reality is, I mean, literally, that's all that's going on. I love capitalism, baby. I love it because I've been making money from this shit the whole time with the ads and the super chats. But the reality of it is, boxing doesn't work the way you say it does, which is why Brian ducked. It doesn't work like that. A $300,000 fighter doesn't get to then turn around and ask for $2-3 million. No, it doesn't work like that. That's why you didn't get it. If what you thought was right, then Brian would have got the money from Eddie, but he didn't because boxing doesn't work like that. And the only reason you fell face first in the money now, about 2 years later, that has nothing to do with Boots or those negotiations.
Well,
You
I mean,
got
what the
lucky.
mistake you're making is you think I'm dying on the Brian Norman Hill, and that's
You
not what I'm
are.
dying on. No,
You
I don't
are.
give a fuck about Brian Norman. I don't care what
Sure.
I'm not
How
even a
long has
fan
this
of
been
his.
going on?
About 3 hours.
What?
I'm not even a fan of his.
I'm not
What
a
I'm
fan
saying
of
is
Boots.
Jerron Ennis just has a history of ducking, and
And
Virgil
that's awesome,
Ortiz
but that
is
doesn't
not a duck in
change.
this situation.
That's awesome.
That's really
That's
what it amounts
awesome.
to.
That's what it amounts to is you're using you're conflating two separate situations, none of which have anything to do with each other. Brian Norman has nothing to do with Virgil Ortiz. None of that has anything to do with Bakram
Of course not.
Murtazalia.
They deal with
You're
Jerron Ennis
bouncing.
and his
You're
history.
bouncing. You're bouncing
How am I
from
bouncing?
subject. You're bouncing from
No, we're
subject
talking
to
about Jerron
subject to
Ennis and his history.
assassinate Jaron Ennis's character. In Jaron
It's not
Ennis's history,
assassination when it's
he
in black and
made
white.
several offers to several champions. Only one accepted, and that wasn't Brian
And they all said
Norman.
they were lowballed. I mean, it's in black and white. You know, Barrios on
That's
on
awesome.
boxing scene or whatever. So
Listen, any $2 fighter can claim that he was lowballed. Anybody can say that. That doesn't make it true. That's the problem with your
what do you mean it
purview.
doesn't
Just
make it
because
true?
you say something
They were
doesn't make it
lowballed.
true.
Okay, that's my point. That's what
Brian
you're
was
saying. You're
lowballed?
saying
If Brian was
if
lowballed,
more
can I
than
ask
one
a question?
fighter is claiming they were lowballed, there's a pattern.
That doesn't make it true because if I ask more than one person, did Brian Norman duck? You're going to deny that. If I
And that's
ask
why I
more
said
than
it's
one
opinion.
person,
That's why I
that
said it's an
doesn't.
opinion.
But here's reality. When I offer the
No, it's an
reality, you don't
opinion.
want to
You
hear
try to
that.
say that it's a
Here's
fact.
reality.
No, you just
See-
saying you
Brian Norman rejected a main event to box on an undercard. Michaela Mayer's undercard at that. And you're telling me that this is the guy that they got to overpay even more, even though they're already offering to overpay him. What was an
No,
undercard fighter at
I
the
didn't
time?
say that.
He was an
No,
undercard
I
fighter
didn't
at
say
the
that.
time. He wasn't even headlining his own shows.
No, I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying is there's a pattern. See, you keep missing the boat here. The pattern is with Jerron Ennis. Why do all these fights fall through? There's one common denominator here. Is that true or not?
Yeah, the common denominator between fights that fell through is Jaron Ennis, except in the case of Brian Norman, who ducked because you didn't turn down hard.
No, because that's not true.
You didn't.
When other
After you
fighters said
turned
that they were
down, after
lowballed
you
as well.
turned down that fight with Jaron Ennis, did you have a big fight after that? No. Did you make big money after that? No. Did you even main event after that? No. Derek Cuevas was an undercard fight. That's what you rejected Boots for. The fight on Michaela Mayer's undercard for less money than you were offered against a lesser opponent.
And it was a gamble. It was a gamble, and he bet on himself.
Yeah, that's you keep calling it a gamble as if that changes that it's a duck. It doesn't change that it's a duck because you gambled that you might make more money later. That still means you were ducking.
And that's an opinion. And
It's not
Jerron
an
Ennis
opinion,
could have
it's a
gave him.
fact.
It's not a fact that he ducked. Jerron Ennis could have gave him more money.
It's a fact.
Well,
You know
you
how I
are
kn-
trying
you
to
know
say,
do you
give
do you
Jerron Ennis
know
a pass,
do you
right?
know do
You're
you
trying to
know
give
what
Jerron Ennis
do
a
you know
pass.
do you know how I knew that you're a Democrat? Because you
Yeah,
guys
bro.
seem to think that money grows on trees. You think that because Brian simply asked for $500,000, oh well, they should just give it to him. Like Mamdani's telling idiots that there should be free buses and trains. That's not how life works. That's not how anything works. And that's why all that bullshit isn't gonna happen. Just like the 500,000 you wanted, yeah, that didn't happen because that's not how anything works.
What do you mean it doesn't work when he's making double
Brian,
that?
you
You just made a claim that money
because
doesn't
you
work
got
like that,
lucky.
and now he's
Because you
making
got
double.
lucky. What did I say
now
from the
it's
what did I
plus.
say
So
from the very beginning?
when your
What did I
fact
say from the
doesn't
very
when your
beginning?
fact doesn't pan out, it's plus now.
If 2 years later a Saudi Arabian sheik decides to pay you in excess of market value, that doesn't change that 2 years ago you ducked. Because you weren't in negotiations with that Saudi Arabian sheik, were you? No, you weren't talking to Turkey when you were negotiating with Matchroom. You weren't talking to Devin. You weren't even an opponent option for Devin. At that time, he was getting ready to fight Jose Ramirez to then go fight Ryan Garcia. You weren't in that conversation. So when you're rationalizing, why did they turn down that money? It can't be because of Devin. No, you weren't talking to Devin. It can't be because of Turkey. You weren't talking to Turkey. You turned it down because you were scared. That's all.
So fights they fall apart all the time, right?
Yeah, people duck all the time.
They duck all the time,
Yeah, they do. Like Virgil's ducking now.
or the business just doesn't work out. It doesn't make sense.
Sure does.
People duck all the time. I mean, by your logic, nobody ever ducked nobody. Would
No,
you agree
no,
to that,
because
then?
no, because what I'm saying is it has to make sense across all the boards. You know, every box has to be
It
checked.
already made sense. It doesn't make sense for Matchroom to already give this guy 500,000 extra on top of what you're giving him, when what you're giving him is in excess of market value.
See, this is why I read the actual articles, because that wasn't even.
Yeah, because I don't read them. It's not like I have videos reading the actual articles. No, I read them.
I read the articles.
I read them more than
Brody.
I read them. I read them more than you do. That's why I turn a profit from boxing, and you don't make anything from boxing.
Okay, well, fantastic.
You're sitting here doing this for free, so don't act like it's a skill.
So that wins you the argument. That wins you the argument.
Yes, that does.
No,
give me,
I don't think it does.
That does give me merit. That does give me merit over you.
I don't
because
think
in a manner of speaking, if it's about turning over a profit and how business works, you clearly don't know how business works, because you seem to think that because the fighter asks for something, he should automatically get it. That is your purview of negotiation.
The argument about work.
That is your purview.
We're not talking about dollars. We're not talking about dollars and decimals. We're talking about work.
Brian Norman wasn't worth 1.7 million or 2.5 million. He wasn't worth
says
that.
Who? Somebody asked that. Says who? Who are you to say what it's worth?
Says gate receipts.
Are you privy to what the fight, what the money was involved for the fight?
I am privy to what he claimed to the California State Athletic Commission.
Do you know how much the fight was worth? How much was offered for the fight?
What are you talking about? The Boots fight?
No, the Boots and Norman. Are you privy to how much?
Oh yes, I'm privy. I'm privy to what that fight is worth because Matchroom are the ones setting the value since they're the ones making the offers. It's not Top Rank promoting it, it's Matchroom promoting it. So they're the ones who can appraise what the fight is worth since they're the only ones
So
spending
how much
money.
was it? How much was the
probably
fight
in the neighborhood of 4 million because I think Boots was going to get 2 mil and Ryan was going to get 1.7. When you add all the other operational costs, you're looking at a fight in the neighborhood of $4 to $5 million. But it's not just a fight; it's a show. It's a show.
Is Jaron Ennis worth that much money?
He's proven that he is. He sold 14,000 tickets in Philadelphia.
Didn't the Lima fight bomb?
I don't know. Bomb. It's not a pay-per-view. How's it going to bomb?
Well, I mean, if they're paying him excess and it flops, you know, the tickets don't move. It's an empty house.
You know what? Speaking of empty tickets,
because you're talking about work now. See, you fucked up because you're talking about dollars and cents. So is Jaron Ennis worth as much as empty seats?
Okay,
you actually say that these guys are not worth it. I hear you. You use a lot of arguments saying they're not worth it.
You're trying to appraise what fighters are worth.
No, that's your argument. They're not worth it. Yet they get the money.
You're using ticket sales and gate receipts to appraise Boots. Now do that for Brian.
I don't have to.
Why not? You just did it for Boots.
No, because you're saying that the fight is worth X, and Norman is. You said Norman is not worth that.
Fighter based on his ability to sell
watch
tickets
what I do here.
and/or pay-per-views. If he's been on pay-per-view,
and watch what I do here.
Brian hasn't been on either.
Ring.
Brian
and
is
just
not
watch
a
what I
main
do.
event fighter.
Ring. Good. And watch what I do here. You're saying Brian is not worth it, right? So is Jerron worth it when he can't? When he flops, is he worth it? The money that he's getting.
Well, you have to show me where he flopped.
No, you said that Norman is not worth it because we're talking about work. We're not talking about dollars.
No. You're
saying
Jerron
worth the money he gets?
You're saying that Boots flopped.
Just answer the question.
Show me proof that he flopped.
Is Jerron worth it?
Show me proof that he flopped.
Worth it? You see the video? It was empty. He didn't sell shit against Lima.
I didn't see a video of any empty anything. Show me where
he
flopped.
They didn't sell shit against Lima. You know this.
Listen, since you're so big,
is he worth the money he's getting?
Since you're so big on statements of facts, show me where anyone said that he flopped. Because you read articles, remember? Isn't that what you said?
No,
you read
what
articles.
I'm asking you.
Show me what article said that Boots flopped.
The Lima fight?
You can't because
how many tickets did he sell? I mean, I could just look. What did he sell? Like 8,000 tickets?
You know why do you know why you can't? Because you're a liar, and all you do is argue.
I'm lying about what? I'm not lying.
No,
you know he didn't sell as much. You know it's
credible news source. No credible news source reported Boots versus Lima being a categorical flop, and I don't even know why you would use a word like that.
Because what I'm saying is Jerron Ennis worth?
You're using the word
is he
flop
worth
as
what he
if we're
got for
talking
Lima?
about. You're using the word flop as if we're talking
you won't
about
answer
a
the
pay-per-view.
question.
That was not a
you
pay-per-view.
won't answer the
It
question.
can't flop.
Is Jerron Ennis worth what he got against Lima? You complain about fighters making so much.
Yeah, I would say
why the ticket sales don't prove it. He doesn't. They didn't. They lose money.
So if you're gonna, you have to prove to me that he lost money. You still haven't done that.
Oh, come on! Now you're just being dishonest.
Because that's all you do. All you do is say, "Well, says who?" So says who, bitch?
Yeah, you know it didn't do well. No, that wasn't the question anyway. That's where you're wrong.
How well did Brian Norman versus Derek Cuevas do?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, now it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Wait. So hold on. Norman gets asked for whatever money he wants, but he doesn't have to.
No, we're talking about work.
We're
talking about work.
Okay, and he's proven. Has he proven that he's worth the
worth? What he made against Lima?
Has he proven that he's worth 1.2 million?
No. That's not what we're talking about. Ring is saying Norman is not worth it. Okay.
Yes.
I said okay.
So
and you said Ennis
so
is
when
worth
has
it.
Brian Norman proven that he's worth what he was asking for? When has he done that?
I didn't never try to prove that he's worth anything.
Then why are you talking about? Then why are you saying it's a lowball offer?
Well, this is going over your head. Let me explain it to you again.
Okay.
Go
for it.
Again, Ring said that his argument.
You know what the problem?
Well, no, I'm just hammering your argument, bro.
Eventually, you run out of other people's money.
No, we're arguing.
This is their I'm telling you, this is their mentality. Boots has to sell X, but Brian doesn't have to sell anything. But he does.
No, because we're talking about work here.
But he does. All right. So how do you determine the worth of? I asked you this already. How do you determine the worth of a prize fighter? There actually is a way. You just don't want to say it because it kills your argument. There is a way to appraise the value. There is a way to appraise the value of a prize fighter. It's very simple. Ticket sales, right? Gate receipts, and pay-per-view sales.
So you believe Jerron Ennis? it was worth whatever he got paid for Lima. How much did he get paid? You're privy to this information. How much did he get paid for Lima?
You still haven't proven that was a flop. That was just something you said. You haven't proven it was a flop.
I seen somewhere maybe it was half, right?
Where'd you see it? Where'd you see it? Link me. Where'd you see
online,
it? Link me.
Probably
so you can't tell me? So you can't tell me?
Well, look,
give me the
I
article.
know you know it didn't do well.
Give me the article. What factor are we looking at a regular fight as part of a regular show and saying that it didn't do well? Based on what?
Bro, they put it. What was this fight that just happened? They said that didn't do well. It was the Virgil fight.
It was the Virgil Ortiz fight, and it's not that they said that it didn't do well. It's that they said that Rick Mirrigan was lying because he claimed there was a sellout, but there were people who were there that saw the curtained off sections and empty seats. Many of them told me that Rick Mirrigan is lying
so
because this place is not sold out.
Proof,
it's not a speculation. They sent me pictures.
Pictures is proof?
Yeah. Yes, because they were there.
Okay, I seen the same pictures with Lima. It was a half-empty stadium.
Lima and Virgil and Norman are two different conversations.
No,
you're trying to have at the same time. You're trying to have two different conversations at the same time. If you're going to appraise, if you're going to appraise Brian Norman's worth, how are you going to do that? What metrics are you going to use? Because you're telling me he's worth in excess of 1.7 million. Okay, how do you constitute that? What is it based on?
What he felt the fight was worth, what the zone, whoever was going to put up the money, how much was in the pot.
Okay, so you're saying that the way you appraise the value of a prize fighter is based on what he says. That's it.
On what?
Based on what he says.
No. Whatever, when they negotiate, they try to figure out how much the fight is worth, right? Like with the venue, the site fees, how much the network, the licensing fee.
Do you know who knows how much a fight is worth? The person paying for it. Who's paying for it, Frank?
Well, the zone, right? With the licensing fee?
Matchroom was paying for it. Matchroom knows what it's worth.
Okay.
That's who knows what it's worth. If it was worth more than that, like you say, right? If it's worth what Brian wants for it, why didn't his own promoter put the money up then? If it's worth it, if he's worth it.
I have no idea. I don't know. But they felt they should have made more money. They felt
that's awesome that's awesome that they felt that way. Everybody wants more money. You know that everybody on this panel wants more money. Just because you want more money doesn't mean you're worth it. Does that escape you? If you ask the average person
still
in
haven't
the
answered
street,
my question.
Hey, would you like more money? All of them are going to say yes, but that doesn't mean you're worth it just because you want that. Do you not understand that?
Obviously, that's a silly question. What I'm saying to you,
I don't know.
I don't think you
understand that because you
by your own logic you failed because
to acknowledge
you can't prove that Deron Ennis is worth it.
I did prove he's worth it. He sold 14,000 tickets in Philadelphia, 10,000 the other time, and now 9,000 with Lima. He sold 9,000 tickets with an unheralded opponent that most people don't even know, and 9,000 people still.
And so that was worth what he made?
Yeah.
How much did he make?
That I don't know. I don't have that number.
Oh, so you don't know. So how do you know the worth? How do you know if it was worth it?
Do you know what he made?
Well, no, it's on you. You're saying he's worth it.
So you don't know what he made, but you claimed that he flopped. Are you just a fucking liar then?
No. What he made, what his purse was to justify him.
Okay, so do you know what his purse was?
That's why I asked you, because you said he's worth it. So that's why I'm asking.
It's a yes or no question. Do you know what his purse was?
No, do you?
Then how could you claim that it flopped if you don't know what they spent?
That's why I'm asking you, how much did he get paid?
Wait a minute. You just told me that it flopped. But you don't know what he made. So how could you say that it flopped if you don't know what he made?
Because if he sold 14,000 and then he has another fight that's a flop.
Every show in boxing, I know this may sound crazy to you, but every show in boxing is not worth the same money. Just because one show makes more money than another doesn't mean that the other flopped. For example, Wilder versus Fury 2 sold more pay-per-views than Wilder versus Fury 1, but Wilder versus Fury 2 was a flop. Wilder Fury 1 was not. Just because one show sells less doesn't make it a categorical flop. What constitutes a flop is if you put in money and you didn't get it back. That's a flop. Now, you that doesn't even know what Boots made for the fight, how can you claim that it was a flop if you don't even know what they spent? It's like arguing
My
with
bad.
a child. How old are you,
No,
dog?
you're not proving
No,
nothing.
how old are you? How old
I
are
asked
you?
you how much it was worth. Give me
How
1 second.
old are you? How old are you, dog?
Give me 1 second.
God damn.
This is
He needs to go
silly.
look it up.
I mean, this is like honestly, and he could sit here and do this for an hour because this is the purview of a Democrat. These are really unserious people. They're just unserious people.
Never met a Democrat before.
You don't want to. They're not. I'm telling you, they're not serious people. How could you argue that a show is a flop when you don't know what it costed to put it on? That doesn't make sense.
I'm still getting hung up on the idea that Boots fighting a mandatory or he'd get stripped of his belt is somehow constitutes part of him ducking or not fighting strong opponents or whatever.
He's a Democrat, Jason. I told you. Why you think I had to switch parties? Like these guys are nuts. They're nuts.
I say we let go of this conversation. It's
No, I'm making too much money, country. I can't do that. Yo, Jules, checking back for your. No, I can't do that. Shout out to Clavo. It's a duck because there was more money and opportunity to unify, and because it was an offer that was turned down. The fuck are we doing here? We're making money, Clavo. That's what we're doing. We're making money. Shout out to Don Juan. Norman's own promoters say he is not worth it. Why didn't Top Rank pay the 1.7 then, Jules? This dude grew up with a single mom. He argues like a woman. Shout out to Clavo. Bro, I feel like licking windows. I do too. Brim said, I know facts that, you're still arguing about the IBF and shit. Thanks for the $2, Brim. El Cajon said, Norman duck Boots and Virgil both duck Crawford and back rub. Boots duck Virgil twice, and now Virgil is ducking Boots. Thank you, Cajon. That's the way it is. That's the way it's rocking. Don Juan said, someone asked this snowflake what a woman is. Nah, I'm not even going to ask him because I'm scared what he's going to say.
See, you can't handle a difference of opinion. That's the problem. If you're afraid of a Democrat, then there's something wrong with you.
Nah, no one's afraid. Who said it? Where'd you get afraid from? Where does this come from?
I literally don't know.
Well, no, I mean, I don't hate Republicans. I don't care if you're right wing, fascist. You know what I'm saying? Most Republicans are fascists.
Bro.
Oh,
that's their favorite new word is fascism.
Yeah, I mean, that's
their favorite new word.
Look at they're having these billion-dollar dinners while the government is shut down. You think that's right?
Let me help you. Define fascism. Define it. What is fascism?
It's all right. It's when the government wants to subjugate the people. Anarchy is the opposite.
What? So you want anarchy? That's what I always
thought.
That's what I always thought. That's what I've always thought. The Democratic Party hates the United States. They do.
That's an opinion. I mean,
they don't want to. And the funniest thing is, as much as they hate it here, they don't want to leave.
And where do you get your information that's the truth?
From you. I just got it from you.
How? Did I say that they were fascists?
You said anarchy.
No, anarchists. I said politics is a spectrum, right? There's far left and far right, and then there's, liberals, and everything falls. And in the middle, I'm probably more of a.
Let me try to help you out. There are dicks and there are pussies.
Oh,
and that's it. And there's not. I mean, like, there's dicks and then there are pussies.
You think that's the basis of the argument?
People with the pussies,
bro.
The people
girls
with the pussies
have penises and boys have vaginas.
Well, you're focused on the wrong thing if you think that's what politics is about.
And this is fucking great.
I'm more in the middle.
Shout out to Maul. My contribution to the appreciation fund and Frank's tuition fee on the Fighters Worth class. Yeah, because there is. I mean, listen, there's a clear way to appraise a fighter's worth because we're not talking about spiritual currency. We're talking about actual currency. And there's nothing to suggest that Brian Norman was worth 1.7, much less 500,000 on top of that. But the fact they were willing to pay you above market value for a unification match and you still turned it down, that's what makes it a duck.
Well, that's an opinion. Again, You say it's an opinion. I think Ennis has a history of ducking, and
Yeah,
I don't think that Virgil
I
ducked.
know,
That's
I
really what it comes
know.
down to.
What it
And
comes
all
down
this to say that.
what it comes down to is you're with the party that thinks men can get pregnant, which is
What are you
not
afraid of, man?
surprising.
Why?
It's
Why
just,
would you take such an extreme?
nobody's listen, my dude. Nobody's afraid of you weirdos. Why would you think
I
we're
don't have a
afraid of
problem with
you?
Republicans. I don't
We
have a
laugh
peep
at we
conservative.
laugh, dude. We laugh at you guys. Nobody's afraid of you. We laugh at you guys.
No,
Nobody's
I
afraid
didn't
of
say
you.
afraid. I'm saying you're afraid of a difference of lifestyle, of a difference of
I'm
opinion.
not afraid of a different
Why would you be so
lifestyle.
against your fellow American? I see conservatives, Republicans as Americans. We're all Americans. We should all have one. At the end of the
One
day,
vagina. We should all have
we
one.
should have a. We should all have what's the saying? How do you say it?
I don't.
A
I
goal,
You
don't.
want
like,
to tie
No,
dick
no, no.
and sing
I'm
Kumbaya?
gonna be
hey,
really
just being
fucking
corny,
radical.
bro.
I'm gonna be really fucking radical. I don't view Democrats as being Americans. They are
I agree.
anti-American.
I agree.
Oh, see, you're a
They are
fascist.
anti-American. I view them as
That's
being
fascist. That's
anti-American.
fascist thinking.
Define
You're being a
fascism.
fascist.
Define fascism.
Again, I said fascism. You right now in America, it's the alt right,
All right.
the Christian
What
nationalists.
about
That's
what
how
about it? What
they
about?
want to turn it into
Well,
a.
I'm not. Wait, I'm not Christian. I'm Muslim. I can't be a fascist.
Well, you know what I mean.
I say alhamdulillah in every fucking live. How dare you call me a Christian, you fascist? You
Well,
fucking
when-
Nazi.
You know
Dare
when
you?
you want to make it a Christian nation with Christian values, you're talking about Christian nationalism and white nationalism. You're going along the lines of fascism. What they try to do in
That's
other
not.
countries.
Is that the definition for fascism?
Well, that's the spectrum. That's where they're on.
Here,
They're
let me
on
help you
that
with the
far
definition
right.
of
In other
fascism, brother.
words,
The definition-
fascism is only carried out by white people. Is that what you
No, I'm
definition of-
saying
brother,
the Christian
I
would say I will go as for my Caucasian brothers and sisters. I have black brothers and sisters, white brothers and sisters, Latino brothers and sisters, and Asian brothers and sisters. I love them all. You're a racist. You hate white people. It's very simple.
Where did I say that?
Because you associated fascism with white people. They're the
No,
only
I
fascists.
did not. No, listen to what I'm saying.
You're the one who made that association.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying in this party, right? You have leaders that are known to be associated with Christian nationalists, which is akin to white nationalism. They accuse that guy Pete Hesget of being a white nationalist.
Why are you associating Christianity with white nationalism when
No, I'm
Christianity
saying
is not a white religion?
Listen to what I'm saying.
It originated
there's something
in the Middle
called.
East.
Listen to what I'm saying. There's something called Project 2025.
The oldest
right?
church is in Ethiopia.
Have you heard of this Project 2025?
You see a lot of white people in Ethiopia.
No, it has
I
nothing to
dated
do
an
with white or
Ethiopian.
black.
She wasn't
How
white.
dare he call me a Christian?
I dated an Ethiopian from the motherland. She wasn't white, bro.
No. See, here's the thing. You're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
that
there's a.
You're right.
Okay, well look it up. It's called Project 2025. Are you familiar with it? Are you familiar with Project? You've heard of Project 2025?
Yes, I am familiar with the fear mongering of far left radicals. Yes.
Well, then let me ask you: who are these fear? If I could tell you what I view as the fascist party in America, who are these anarchists? Who are they?
Oh, these nuts.
Well, that's you being a child. Who? Because I don't hate conservatives. I don't look. If you're a Christian nationalist, that's fine. I don't think that that's inherently racist. I'm saying what it's what it's.
I don't think there's
who they
anything
have.
wrong
It's like
with a
what,
sovereign nation looking out for their own best interests. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And the beauty of America is all the people that have all these awful things to say about this country at any point in the day, they're at liberty to leave. They just choose not to. But
I agree. I'm a Democrat. I don't have
apparently America is subjugating people and they're fascists. The door's open. If you don't want to deal with this, you don't have to.
No, when people see ICE raids,
No, I don't want to leave. I hate
say.
it here, but I don't want to leave.
No, they just don't want Gestapo in the street.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. Democrats lack the courage of their convictions. You pretend you're fighting fascism, but if you got out there and actually experienced fascism, you wouldn't last 5 fucking minutes.
What there's I have a lot of veterans in my family that are Democrats.
Sure, dog. Sure, dog.
Yeah, many of my family are armed forces,
I
are
hear
former
you.
armed forces,
I hear you.
police officers, and they don't like what's going on in this country. They don't like the Gestapo ICE raids. They feel it's
ISIS,
fascism.
yeah, but see, this is the thing. Gestapo, as much as you guys are complaining about what they're doing, it's the same the world over. Countries have borders. I know you don't like that. What do you not think that a country, a sovereign nation, should have a border? Apparently not if you have a problem with what they're doing, because all they're doing is removing people who came here illegally, the same way that Poland would, the same way that a lot of other countries would. But when America does it, you have a problem.
No, what people have a problem with is military in the street. That's un-American. People, that's what they did when they started the
There's
I
no
don't want to say.
listen. I can
Yes,
tell
they
you right
put the
now that
National Guard
I
in the
can
street.
tell
They didn't
you,
want
and
them.
I
They
can
didn't want
tell
them in
you, I
California.
can tell you, I
They
can
put them in
tell you,
Chicago. The
and I
Chicago.
can
That's
tell
why they're
you, and I
fighting. They
can
don't
tell
want them
you,
there.
and I can tell you why they did that. And you keep saying that they didn't want them there, but I saw video after video of people in Chicago saying they did want that, because ever since it started, the shootings on the weekends stopped. That's what the people in Chicago said. I don't live
Really?
there. They said that.
Where'd you get this information?
The fucking news. Where do you think, dog? The people in the
I thought
street
that I
they're
thought it's
asking.
fake news. I thought that the conservatives, it's all fake. CNN don't believe that.
Were those ever my words?
No, I'm just
Were
giving
those
you
ever my
conservative
words?
viewpoint.
I saw people that live in Chicago, and they asked them about the military that was in the street and everything that was going on, and the overwhelming amount of people they asked were for it because the shootings stopped. In case you didn't know, weekends in Chicago are quite deadly. There are often a lot of homicides, but ever since they put boots on the ground, that stopped.
So you're okay with the military being present in American cities?
Yes. Short answer.
Okay, so you're okay with just police stopping random people on the street?
Yes.
If it stops crime?
Yes. Because I lived in New York.
So then, what's to say you're okay? Then you'd be okay with martial law, right?
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
I'm okay with stop and frisk. You know why? Because I lived through several phases of New York City. I lived through the Dinkins era where it was dangerous, and I lived through the Republican Giuliani era, Mike Bloomberg era. And it's funny that when there was stop and frisk, the streets were safer. There was less crime. There were less robberies. There was less drugs. So if
that's not the point.
If that's the cost of safety,
That is the point.
it's worth it. And that
So
is
you're
the
willing
point. It's
to
worth
give
it.
up. You're willing, as an American, you're willing to give up freedoms when it's actually in the Constitution. The military shouldn't
What
be
freedom?
in the
What? Can I ask you a question? What freedoms did
Yeah.
you have to give up today, since this is such a fascist country? What is it that you can't do today that you could do before?
I didn't say it was a fascist country. See, you like to
Okay. You're
misinterpret
saying
and
give up.
misquote me.
Okay, you're talking about giving up freedoms. As a result of this administration, what freedoms have you had to give up?
What freedoms have I had to get up? As far as I know, none.
So then, what are you whining about?
No, it's the being upset that the military is in American cities. That's un-American.
Hey, listen, they're not in my city, so I'm not upset.
Well, your city could be next. All our
the
cities could
military
be
in
next.
Dallas.
Well, if I saw them, I'd shake their hand. Good fucking job. Thanks for serving our country. If I saw
Well,
them,
that's how fascism starts.
if
That's how it
you ain't
starts.
got, listen, it sounds to me like if you ain't got nothing to worry about, then don't fucking worry, because they ain't there for me.
Well, that's how it starts. I mean, you
starts with
take
stolen
people's freedoms
elections.
away inch by inch. You put them in certain cities, then you use certain acts, and then you create martial law. I mean, who knows what could happen, right? But it's
just sound
a
scared.
process, huh?
Don't be
You just sound
afraid.
scared.
Shut up.
No, I'm not. You're the one that's
Jules,
afraid.
Ask Frank. Glavo wants to know, Frank, can men get pregnant?
Can men get pregnant? As far as I know, no. But you never know with science.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Virtuoso. Jules is doing top rank shift with this live. Yeah, I am. I probably should go to sleep. I gotta go to the fucking gym tomorrow.
Yeah, what? I start tomorrow.
Yeah, high key. I gotta go.
3 o'clock. I'm gonna go live 3 o'clock for the kind of Ben. Like I'm trying to do the whole motherfucker, so I get all the
Oh,
money.
the whole bitch.
I'm trying to do the whole bitch, you know. But this has been enlightening, you know.
Yeah, Frank, don't be there.
It's been something.
Well, this was supposed to be between me and that bitch Virtuoso. I mean, I wasn't. This supposed to be me. It was supposed to be me and him, and then I got tag
I like
teamed.
you, Frank.
It's
I don't
yeah. I
think.
don't.
No. Listen. I don't
incredibly
listen.
dumb
I
that
don't
we were
think. No.
fascinated, like,
I
holy
don't think
shit.
you got. I don't think you got tag teamed, and that's that Democratic victim mentality. It's not
Dude,
tag team. You
fucking,
know
I
how
was
this.
supposed to battle
No. No. No.
Virtuoso,
No. No.
not
No.
you,
No. No.
and
Listen. No. Listen.
everybody.
No. It's not that you were supposed to battle. Neither one of you came to me and said set up a debate for just me and Virtuoso. That never
What I do?
happened.
Virtuoso
This
came here
wasn't
trying,
a
No,
tag
no,
and
team.
no.
he
This
You
was
sent me a
just
joined.
link.
No,
man.
listen. No, listen. You joined the panel the same way you do any other night, and on this night, the same thing that always happened. Somebody said something stupid, and everybody on the panel attacked them. Tonight, that
It
was
wasn't
you.
stupid. I had an opinion,
It was
and I stand on
stupid.
it,
It was a stupid
dude.
opinion, and you can stand on your stupid opinion, but it's still stupid.
Well, I know what the truth is. I know, and it's ducked. This all
So do
started.
I.
Really, it's just,
I know that
and
Brian
you're
ducked,
afraid of Democrats.
and I
But
You're
is
know.
afraid of
this guy
You're
like
afraid
best
of.
friends with Brim?
Am I best friends with Brim? I don't really know him like that.
You sound like you're best friends with Brim.
No, I've heard him before. I mean, I think I spoke to him.
God.
Country, I need
Don't
you
do
Brim thinks
tonight.
Boots is a duck too.
I need Country and Jason to say a prayer for the Democratic Party because these people are.
Bro, we're all Americans. I mean, why do you
I'll
twist
tell
my
my
words? We're
Catholic
all
No,
Americans, bro.
only Republicans are Americans. No, I
Oh
changed the
my
rules.
God.
I changed them. Democrats are not Americans. I changed
I
the
think
rules.
he's just
You guys-
fucking with you, Frank.
I'm not fucking with him. I'm gonna write the Cheeto Man a letter in crayon. The Democratic Party. They should move them to Italy. Get them out of here. Get them
Eat
out.
shit, Frank.
Eat shit, Frank.
You too.
I ain't gonna say that.
Good night, everyone.